people? It is Tuesday, the 11th of August. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by you wonderful people that make up this glorious culture. And of course, like we are every blessed morning, we're hosted by the very best. Brent, you in the building?
Boom, morning, family.
Good
What it
morning.
do, what it do, what it do. Hope you all are blessed and highly favored this
Mm,
morning. I think my blessed and highly favored greetings spreading
come
amongst
on,
the family.
come on.
I heard it on a radio show the other day.
Serious.
Yep.
So I'm saying, did they cite you though? Did they cite you?
No, they didn't.
Call blimey.
No, they don't.
Call blimey.
No, they didn't.
It's what they do,
I'll be having a word. I'll be having a
you
word.
know. Don't just get a word, you know what I'm saying? You have to get the royalty checks. You know what I'm saying?
Is that how it works?
Hope so.
Have you ever
Mm.
desired to become a published author?
I have, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's still in the works, you know what I'm saying? At some point in time when we can settle a bit, you know what I'm saying? And we can,
Fair.
you know what I mean? Then yeah, got some ideas and whatnot.
Fair.
Yeah. It'll be something nice to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's still, saying that though, in the world of AI, 20, 50, 100 years from now,
Mm.
will people value books? As in, will people still desire to be authors?
Sorry?
Yeah.
So, will people still desire for their authentic thoughts
hmm
to be recorded?
That's a nice way of saying it, because that could be recorded in another way. Do you know what I'm saying? I could record that
Oh,
piece.
we are talking about the written word.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. But what you said there sounded a bit more general, and I can agree with that 100%. But just in terms of writing it down and presenting a book to somebody, yes, the physical book probably in 100 years, I don't think people would really care about that. I think you'd have to go to maybe niche gatherings and things of that nature. Do you know what I'm saying? To really experience that, kind of like vinyl. You know what I'm saying?
That's the example I was going to go
Mm.
for. So, yes, I do believe so.
I guess there has been a resurgence of that, isn't it?
Yeah. Apparently, some people told me, well, one person told me,
Mm.
that the young kids are kind of reverting to what was it in particular? Old school R&B and whatnot, and there was something else. So they're bringing back that
Mm.
what they deem is analog culture,
Mm.
right? So I do believe that everything kind of goes in cycles, isn't it?
Could the argument be though that we can go back to that because yes, it's a different form of audio. If you want to be an audiophile, you might want to be someone that really values that warm sound and things of that nature. But listening to a 3 minute song on vinyl is still 3 minutes on Spotify. Reading a book, writing a book, you know what I'm saying, takes longer for most people. I think reading the physical and consuming it than the audio, than the audible. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think the advantage of keeping more time to yourself for other things might push out that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear your
That
argument.
need.
I hear your argument. I've seen the broadsheets,
Mm,
not just the broadsheets, but all of the newspapers, physical newspapers,
mm,
move online, right?
true indeed.
Right, and
Mm,
then now I've seen it going into subscriptions,
mhm,
right? And I've now seen and heard books condensed into
mhm.
5 minute
Yeah,
thingamajiggies, right? There's actually an app that breaks
yeah,
it down, right?
yeah.
So will we see a day when there are
Mm,
no creative thinkers, no dreamers, nobody imagining and recording it via
and
written? I don't think so, bro. I think
mm,
even though they won't be the majority, because that's
mhm,
probably what you're talking about, right?
mm,
And like 100%, I can say that
mm,
there will still be that love for that long lost craft. There will still be people fighting.
yeah,
There'll be people who will have children and they will force them to love that,
yeah.
and they will grow up fighting for that.
And they might be the ones who actually lead the world, because I feel like we lose a lot when we don't write and read, or read and write.
You're right. It
Yeah.
it could be a thing where just imagine in this world where you can't recognize these particular shapes anymore,
Mm,
right? It's just the audible
mm, mm,
utterances.
mhm,
So I believe that a band of detractors
Mhm.
are going to now leave subliminal messages. It's not going to be subliminal, it's going to be text all over the city,
Yeah.
like breadcrumbs. Right?
Mm.
And the unlearned, right?
Mhm.
The audio files are not going to know where to go for
Mhm.
salvation, for safety, for
Yeah.
sustenance.
That's crazy.
Oh, whew, just imagine the orgy. Where did I go there? What the hell? What the hell?
You need TLC too.
No, 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 no. There was a reason as to why I went there and I just jumped to the end.
Mm.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
There will still be sex in the land.
They
People are
have
not
to
going to
be.
forget how to do that.
No, no, that one you
Can
can't.
you imagine? They can forget how to read, but but sex, give me that.
No, you have to.
That is better. I said you have to only to communicate. Oh man. Yeah, it's possible, man. I
Mm.
can see it.
Mm.
But your children aren't going to be a part of that.
Oh no.
Nah, they're going to be the ones, carrying the torch on that.
Yeah. 100%.
That's so
100%.
important. But one could argue, Emmanuel, from the very beginning,
Mhm.
that's not how your people communicated and shared stories
Exactly.
and culture
Mhm.
and traditions.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
So knowledge wasn't shared
Mm.
via that. So if you want to revert to the beginnings,
Mm.
you might have to put the book down and unlearn how to read.
Mm.
From the very beginning, it wasn't
Yeah.
an example of knowledge or being learned,
Yeah.
right? Your intelligence wasn't marked by how well you could basically scribe something.
Because people couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I think with time we advanced to understand that for things to be more accurate, especially as it pertains to particular things that need detail, right? Like building things and arriving at a place at a particular time because an army might come or I don't know, whatever it might be. You needed you needed accuracy in it. So I think it became a necessity for us as human beings to advance to the point where we start noting things down. Don't get me wrong, I think things still exist. Like even in my people in Yoruba land, I'm pretty sure in many other African cultures and civilizations, like the talking drum. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain sounds that were words. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you were privy and you understood, du-du-du, you knew what that word was. You know what I'm saying? Or that sentence was. You know what I'm saying? So you can have an outsider come amongst you and do that, and they have no idea what you're talking about. But we did. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but that's a sentence, or you know what I'm saying? But the equivalent of a 10,000 word essay, you can't do that.
Well, that's how your Bible was passed down, though. That's what you told me like months ago.
What do you mean?
Oral traditions.
Yes, yes, yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, but not through talking drum, through people talking and then memorizing it.
I don't know, but what's the difference? It's just sound.
No, because I can be there. I'm there teaching you for years. You're with me for 3 to 5 years, for example, and I'm making sure you recite back to me. And everything I remember, you know what I'm saying?
You're saying that there was no remixing?
I mean, with time, probably would have been. In fact,
100%.
they probably had to be. You know what I'm saying for it to make sense and be relevant. But it's different. Look at the 5%. The 5% do something. I mean, it's a bit different because they write things down. But with the lessons, you had to learn verbatim. Do you know what I'm saying? So. But at least they had something to read, you know what I'm saying? But I guess back home, amongst the Babalawos and people who are in certain societies, yeah, they couldn't just tell you something and you go away and do something. They had to know you remembered.
I guess it's also a shout where hanging on to this archaic way of communicating thought and preserving memory,
Mm.
right? That might just be, it's not needed.
Yeah,
That could be seen as the vestiges of the old ones.
yeah.
You understand?
Mhm.
And you could be seen as uninitiated, like still asleep.
Mm.
Telepathy is the way forward. You're still reading?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Exactly. This is why I asked the question.
If you want to communicate things, get things across quicker,
Mhm.
because obviously in the future you would need to pip, 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 pip.
Mhm.
I ain't waiting for you to write shit down.
Yeah, 100%.
Waiting for me to read?
Mm.
Read? Get thee behind me, Satan.
That's true.
Hey, have this thought.
It's true.
Oh my gosh.
But I think the problem with that is as we advance in the audio listening experience.
I don't even know if it is that telepathy is audio, bro.
Yeah, for real, that's the next level thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
But we do that now though.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, for real.
Yeah, yes, precisely. Just imagine if it is the person was here.
To be fair.
Oh man, I didn't even have to mute for that. God damn it.
Imagine. But yeah, you put the chat up.
Oh shame.
No, worry, they're still
Like,
there.
okay.
Yeah, it goes hard to see the people them. Pick them up.
Let's see. Good morning, energy. Josh, Davina, obviously Davina's sister. Bra-ta-ta-ta.
Come on.
Rebecca, Prophecy Arts. Boom. Sweetness. That's my favorite. Antonia. Amy Snow Globe. Izzy Bambino. Words by Gem. Nine Ether. Tim's. Timmy Tim. Mooley Bell. Our favorite resident biker. Black Currant. What it do? Black Rob. Okay. Natty. Wee. J Bills. I'm not even 8:30. We were here at like 8:15 ready to go. You get me? But we got a phone call in it, so we had to take it and then be enlightened, and then we jumped on the stream. Lex Abby would do Miraculous Miri. He says, I would hope that humanity and all its knowledge would have realized the impact that physically reading a book has on the brain development. The man from Uncle, what it do, MGD. DCF Mooks and Marvelous Maggie. How are y'all? What it do? Alright.
Wake up, everybody.
Yeah. Soon we'll be dropping our annual investors report. I'll tell you more about that once it's ready to go. So all our investors are gonna get their 19-page report. And yeah, you'll get read about all the developments and where we are, what we've been up to, all the fancy dancy stuff. It's all good stuff, but it's long reading. It's long reading indeed.
There's no audio version.
Nope. All right, what we got today?
Well, let's start with some politics. I mean, to be fair, it's all politics. You know what I mean?
All politics.
But,
everything is politics.
That's a fact. So let's start with Farage.
All right, Mr. Farage. Farage. Let me see. What we got here?
To people within reason. I'm always happy to meet people and talk to people within reason. But I do think it's fair to say that there are one or two people in the orbit of the upper echelons of that party who, if I sat down and talked to, I think our members and our voters would be utterly shocked that I'd done it. I mean, don't forget, I have fought the far right for over a quarter of a century. I took on the BNP for years and it was a tough thing to do, but I won. I've always made sure that political parties that I've run have absolutely been non-sectarian, non-racially prejudiced, and I've insisted on that for year after year after year. And I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize that, not because politically it wouldn't work for me, because it would actually be the wrong thing to do. So we can talk to Rupert Lowe, it's fine, but when you have co-founders, etc., putting out what I would call the old theory, the old theory that we probably haven't heard in this country since 1936, and you have other adjacent publicly supportive people demanding that all Jews be removed from the country. Just as an example, so the condition I would put on it is those people would have to be out of the inner circle, and I think that's, you know, that for me would be the only way we could sensibly proceed. And I suspect many of those who say restore in answer to a poll are perhaps not quite aware. You know, they see Rupert, they see this farmer from Gloucestershire. I think they know he makes sense, but those he's got around him, I think they'd be pretty horrified too. I'm always happy to meet people and talk to people within reason.
Well, just wanted to play that just to show you that Farage, I guess he was giving justification for why he was looking to link up with Rupert Lowe from the Restore Party. And it's funny that he says obviously Rupert needs to be mindful of who he's got around him, innit? Because obviously the world or the country will perceive him as a particular way, you know, anti-Semitic, racist, things of that nature. So yeah, that's it really. That's what I wanted to show.
All right.
The next one is just under that. Burnham.
Burnham, 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 Pippin, boom, Pippin, boom, boom, Burnham. Shout out money. Money.
Right here we've got 2 electrical motors and we're going to build a circuit. The clear motor represents number 10 in London and the red motor represents the brand new number 10 North in Manchester. Andy Burnham is introducing a switch into this electrical circuit to represent the circuit breaker entering UK politics, innit? You done know.
When I stood outside Downing Street, I said we needed a circuit breaker in British politics because it's not been working for a long time for a lot of people across the UK. So number 10 North can be that circuit breaker, taking power out of Whitehall into the rest of the country and supporting all places to have good growth in every postcode.
Alright, cool. Right here we've got 2 electrical motors.
There you go, Burnham. He's active, man. I like that he's doing this new social media active, consistent appearance and letting people know that he's with the people. You know what I'm saying?
Best way to do it.
Yeah. Did he take that out of Farage's book? Actually, Farage was
What
never.
the hell?
Farage wasn't really like. No, but Farage was active though. You know what I'm saying?
Where?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Farage wasn't really on social media like that in terms of like having a camera set up. But Farage was active in comparison to what other political people, leaders. You know what I'm saying? Pubs, this function, that function, this person's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So he was always there getting people's attention. So I guess this is the next step up. Yeah, and it worked for Farage. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's good.
He's obviously identified where the views are
This is it.
of a
This is it.
particular demographic.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Every demographic though, isn't it? Remember he was in the pub the other day. He loves the pub. Plus he's an Arsenal supporter, isn't it? Is he Arsenal supporter?
Why you say that?
If he's not Arsenal, he's just a big football player, a big football fan, right?
I don't know if he's Arsenal. The chat will let us know, but the previous one was like Arsenal.
Yeah, it's big up something.
And the previous one before that, the man
Who's having fun?
they called an anti-Semite. JC.
JC. Who's that?
Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, big him up. Of
I
course.
like how
100%.
you pause because you're like, there's only one JC. I like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah. I have to default to the only one and only.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this is what Burnham's doing, man. It's big him up, man.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you'll be on TDA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, apparently Burnham supports Everton.
Okay. Oh yeah, they're proper like diehard supporters, Everton supporters.
Yeah. Big club.
Yeah, 100%.
Big club.
100%. Pick them up.
Mhm.
All right, beautiful. All right, cool. So the next 2 clips here may kind of give us just a glimpse into some of what we might talk about today. And if you go back to the top, Brent, this is Professor Arday. Now, a lot of the time, because I've never heard, I don't think, Professor Arday speaking for himself on his story, innit? I've only read about it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just figured, you know what, you guys might find it of interest in it, so let me just play that. And then afterwards, we're going to play Professor Kende Andrews.
My name is Jason Arday. I'm Professor of Sociology of Education at the University of Cambridge, and I'm very fortunate to be the author of Great and Unfortunate Things. I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 3. I learned to speak just before the age of 12, so I was 11. I learned to read and write when I was 18 years of age. Those milestones became quite significant. 12 years after learning to read and write, I gained a PhD, and then I ended up becoming one of the youngest professorial chairs in Cambridge's history.
So I just turned 18 when I learned to read and write. And I was part of a program actually, which it doesn't really exist anymore, but it was called 7 Up at the time. And 7 Up is basically when they follow you over the duration of your life. So they follow you at kind of 7, 14, 21.
My name is things. I was diagnosed with autism at the age of...
All right. So obviously, that's it's Arday, sorry, Professor Arday speaking for himself, right? And again, the next clip is from Professor Kennedy Andrews in from Birmingham University. You guys know who he is already. He's written like a series of proper books. I think his most recent book was about Malcolm X. Yeah, serious book. I did try to get him on TDA actually.
Who?
Professor Andrews.
Okay. Yeah, I
that
remember.
that was when
And
he
it was
first...
it was a clash or something.
Yeah. So I think was that last year. Yeah, last year in May. Yeah. So yeah, I'll try again though, man. I'll try again because obviously we need to have somebody like him in here, man, speaking to the people.
Yeah.
Right, us. But yeah.
Obviously, it's easier to get him on like virtually, but
Yeah,
when I have him to actually physically be in the building.
Yeah. But we'll see what we could do, people. But yeah, this next clip is just basically him speaking about the claims earlier. When I say earlier, as in days before. I think it's about 6 or 7 days ago.
This is a smear because underlying this, it's not, oh, we found someone who maybe cheated. The underlying argument here is he proves that DEI hires are happening and undermining education. How could this black man possibly be at Cambridge? Oh, because he's lying, because he's a fraud, because he's fake. That's what DEI does. That's the underlying thing. And this is why it's a smear, and this is why it's completely, utterly wrong. There is special treatment for black people. We get treated worse. We get marginalized. We get made redundant. We're the most successful people in the uni. Like, look, believe me here talking to you, who's worked at an institution, BCU, for almost 12 years. Doesn't matter what, literally, you work twice as hard, be twice as good. They still don't get rid of you. Right? This applies to me and it applies to others who were let go. That's how we get treated. And given my CV status and all that stuff, I ain't got people knocking down my door for a job. I'm unemployed. Like I said, technically right now, unemployed. It doesn't make no sense. Given the track record, given everything, given that. That's how we get treated. Believe me, we do not get positive, beneficial treatment. No one's ever handed me a damn thing because I'm black. Everything's fought for, clawed for, held on for a little piece. It's awful. Like, literally awful. So if you're going to tell me that university, I think he had 2 investigations on this PhD thing, that the white establishment looked at this thing and said, nah, it's fine. The white establishment looked at his publications and went, nah, they're fine. They don't do that because of DEI. There is no way that he's got beneficial treatment. That doesn't happen. So let's just kick all of that out of right now. This is not because he's black, because the actual underlying thing here is that he's not supposed to be there. He can't have black people at Cambridge. That's the underlying thing. I couldn't care less if he exaggerated some stuff. I 100% promise you, if you go to pick a random Cambridge professor, look at their CV, you're going to find some exaggerations. I can promise you that. So this is not a story. This shouldn't even be, I don't know, why is this even in the news? Let alone, why is New York picking it up? It's only news because he's black, because they don't think we should be there, right? They don't think we should be there. This is a smear because underlying this, it's not, oh, we found someone who maybe cheated, The underlying argument here is he proves that DEI hires are happening and undermining education. How could this black man possibly be at Cambridge? Oh, because he's lying, because he's a fraud, because he's fake. That's what DEI does. That's the underlying thing. And this is why it's a smear, and this is why it's completely, utterly wrong. there is special treatment for black
That's
people.
it.
We get treated worse.
So yeah, man, just wanted to play that clip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I give you his take. You know what I'm saying? Again, this was 6-7 days ago. So yeah, just wanted to play. It's still on his page, but I'm just saying that. I'm not saying it to be like, oh, he's gonna backtrack or anything like that. But just again, just give context because I totally agree with him.
Mm.
I think everyone kind of sees that. To be fair, though, innit?
Mm.
That there's a reason why there was so much vim for looking into his story, particularly, you know what I'm saying, the way they did compared to others. So it is what it is. Anyway, let's get into some headlines. All right, people. So the Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, is meeting senior opposition politicians in an attempt to reach a cross-party agreement on reforming England's social care system. He says that he wants to stop people having to sell their homes and assets to pay for care while easing pressure on the NHS. Burnham will visit a care home. He will also deliver a speech and hold a virtual summit with Conservative Shadow Health Secretary Stuart Andrew and the Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey. Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch cannot attend due to scheduled surgery, while Reform UK criticised the government for excluding the party. Damn, doesn't even want to talk to them. Yeah, man.
Oh, she's right.
Yes, she'll be fine. The Tories have said that their support depends on reforms, not relying on further tax rises or borrowing. In fact, let's go back a bit. Do you feel like it was wrong for him to not involve the Reform Party
In what?
in this particular thing? Because he's saying, I want to, meet with the different parties, do a cross-party agreement, reform England, social care.
Who, Burnham?
Yeah, you invited the Tories, you invited bloody Lib Dems. Lib Dems. You know what I'm saying? What are they good for?
And he didn't invite Reform.
Reform. Yeah.
I think if it is that you set like a principle, you have a stance, that you're going to be doing things properly. Even your enemies should still be in the room. When you invited Conservatives, you've emphasized Lib Dems. Why?
They're crap, man. They're just too crap. They need a
Do you think Reform are crap?
Not as crap as Lib Dems.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wait. You actually rate Reform higher than Lib Dems?
Of course.
Okay, why is that? Because
they're doing better. I don't rate them in terms of
So it was only because they're doing better.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
Yeah. I don't rate them in terms of their acumen and how great they are as politicians. I've said many times I think they ain't got the specialties within the party. Not yet anyway. But Lib Dem, they're just crap though. They don't do anything.
Do you feel the same about the Greens?
No, not as bad. Greens are doing something. You know what I'm saying? That they got fresh blood in the party. They're trying to do things. You know what I'm saying? Lib Dem, I don't see that at all. So yeah, that's the reason why I say that. Next headline. Schools to offer technical subjects to pupils from the age of 14, man, in England under new reforms. So secondary school pupils in England will be able to study technical subjects such as manufacturing, AI, yes, alongside the core subjects like English, maths, and science. The courses available from year 10 will be linked to local industries and include work experience and connections with employers. The government says that the reforms are intended to create clearer routes into employment, as more than 1 million young people across the country are currently not in education, employment, or training. 1 million just sitting at home, doing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
If Restore start doing better than the Greens in Poland, would you rate them?
Higher than the Greens?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that they're actively putting in work, and I'm seeing them maybe on social media, their parties and debates, they're doing stuff. Of course. 100%. Because the activity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing from Lib Dems,
Because you're not looking for it.
Nah, I'm not looking for the Greens, believe me. But I have to see them. Zach's every bloody place.
I should change the way I've said that, because obviously you're not looking for any of these parties.
None.
You're not even looking for the Conservatives.
At all.
Yeah. So you're saying if it happens in your ecosystem, in your echo chamber, that's when it is you're going to rate them. Maybe it's because of your echo chamber.
Maybe, but the fact that you can pierce it is something. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think it's because of my echo chamber, to be fair. I still come in here and we have to talk about news. So to some degree, I'm still connected. You know what I'm saying? I still know when Kemi's talking. Look at Farage. I know when Farage is talking. You know what I'm saying? But
Let me do a social experiment and just.
Ed Davey said the
type-
goddamn thing.
You don't know that. Let's type into Google lib Dems. We can type lib Dems in.
Yeah.
See what
What comes
comes
up.
up. What
All right.
stories come up. All right. 1 day ago, risk of patient safety, bonfire with health bill changes. Lib Dem says. 17 hours ago, Worcester councillor quits Greens after losing faith in Zach Polanski. That's not Lib Dems. 18 hours ago, Lib Dems. Early release is extremely concerning situation. What else we got? 21 hours ago, health bill faces scrutiny amid Lib Dems warnings. They're busy, bro.
They ain't doing a goddamn
They're
thing.
busy.
They're just talking. They're just
Everybody's just
no, but they're talking crap. That's the difference. They're talking crap. So Ed Davey ain't done nothing. Nothing. The whole party. I don't know anybody else in the party. Why?
Wait, who else in Restore do you know?
Bare people.
'Cause you just-
Rupert Lowe, Buddy Maxwell.
Roddy Maxwell.
yes.
That's crazy.
What's his name? Oh.
Ginger McGinge.
No, he's Ginger though. I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name. Max Dunningham. You know what I'm saying? All them men are active. You know what I mean? I've heard of them.
Oh my
Might
god.
not even have, might not see them on
Yeah,
Google, but you know they're about.
Definitely.
Yeah, pick them up, man.
Yeah, man. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Next story.
Mr. Black Gold said something there though.
Mr. Black Gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says the 7 Up program ran from 1963, right?
Ran for 63 years.
Yeah.
And started in 1963
Mhm.
until 2026.
Well.
You literally just need to Google it. This is a problem. Everyone just believe in the media, not doing the research.
Wow.
So what we saying?
So he's basically saying that Arday was right. So it, as in basically saying the Telegraph for saying that that program stopped before Arday was born. That's bollocks.
Okay.
I think Brent's gonna check it, guys.
Well, I have to, obviously.
Yeah, true.
Because there's a publication that's gone public.
Yeah.
Saying a particular thing, and it's made its way through the online streets. And Mr. Black Gold has said he's calling them a liar.
Calling the Telegraph and then people.
Well, whoever ran with the story.
Distractors, yeah. But you have to also, even while Brent's doing that though, Mr. Black Gold said, fact check me. But you have to remember that Professor Arday responded and he said, oh no, I wasn't talking about that. So.
What are you talking about? He said, Arday ran it back and then said, I misspoke.
I'll read it for you. I'll find it for you.
Mr. Black Gold is not a liar.
It doesn't have to be. I'm just telling you.
He's not misinformed.
I'll just tell you what Professor Arday said. I wasn't talking about that.
I hope it is he then doesn't type, who could believe Professor Arday? Pinch of salt.
Let me find this thing. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I read this.
Why are you doing this to us, Mr. Black Gold?
Because this is why I said to you yesterday that, this is how I would have defended Arday because of that thingy. There you go. Miraculous Mary saying it. Professor Arday said that he wasn't even talking about the ITV documentary. He was talking about something else. There you go. So I don't even need to. I mean, you can trust what Murad is saying. Or, let me find the source for you people.
Man from Uncle says, Arday wasn't right because the premise of the show was following a group of people every 7 years as they got older. Jason Arday wouldn't have been on there unless he was the friend of one of the people.
Oh, Mr. Blackgold said, now you change your argument, Murray. It started in 1964, not finished, and it is entirely normal to film runs and not air them. No, what are we doing there?
I don't even know what y'all are discussing, but I will type it.
Anyway, guys, that's where check.
Was it spelled 7 Up like that? A refreshing drink?
I think it was.
Oh, you
words.
just truncated it.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, man. See, guys, this is the issue, This is the issue. But again, you just have to do our due diligence and have a look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, while we're looking for that, please like the video, people. Please like the video. There's a lot that we need to talk about, to be fair. If you guys are not aware, Isaac yesterday made some claims about plagiarism and things of that nature. Said it's subjective, but he, based his own opinion on what he himself checked. You know what I'm saying? I.e., he put up Professor Arday's, um, what do you call it, thesis up against the person that he allegedly plagiarized, ran it through some software, checked for himself. And we said, yo, I think you need to provide this. You know what I'm saying? Put it in a Discord. So I say all that to say this. He did it yesterday. He put it in a Discord. He told you guys what to do. Download the 2 theses here. This is them. This is the software. Or choose one of your own. You know what I'm saying, that you prefer, and see for yourself. And it's interesting stuff. It's interesting stuff. And also, I'm gonna read some of it anyway a bit later. But I went onto Blackcurrant News. Big up Blackcurrant News, by the way. They've been doing some good work. We
Yeah.
picked them up, I think, last year sometime. innit?
Nadine, she needs to be invited on.
Yeah,
One of my
100%.
favorite people in the world.
You know what I'm saying? Big her up every single time. And she basically goes into the both sides of this. And I guess the implication of this on the black community in that many black professionals step forward to defend him. You know what I'm saying? And now they're feeling some type of way, man. They're feeling some type of way. But anyway, we'll get to that shortly. Marcos Murray says, are we both not wrong? Are we not both wrong since Arday said he wasn't even talking about it? Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Exactly what the case was. Yeah. The Man from Uncle says the groundbreaking Up documentary series, 7 Up documentary series, commissioned by ITV's Granada Television, began in 1964 with 7 Up. It revisits the same group of British subjects every 7 years to track their lives. Yes, that's the concept of the show. That's exactly it. Mr. Black Gold says, I never said he was. What's going on there? You made a claim about the show that is refutable with a Google search. You don't know the nature and the propensity of his involvement. You are claiming that you do. This is getting a bit confusing.
Maybe because he's talking to a different person. He's not talking to us. Let's get out of this. Let the conversation ensue in the chat.
Yeah.
Because I'm not following it. So
Okay, cool.
I can't even talk on it. I can't even talk on it.
Did you find any information?
I'm Googling.
Okay, cool.
I am Googling.
Because I myself, I could tell you, I read an article where Professor Arday said, I'm not...
Did you read it while sat in a van with that hat on?
No.
I believe you then.
I was in a van.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
hot. No cap.
Oh, gosh. Gosh. God damn it. God
Where
damn
is it? Where is it? I wanna
That's in the
find it
video of you
myself.
reading it?
No. I deleted that one.
All right. Are you ready? Yes. Contestants, are you ready?
Yeah, like the video, people. Please like the video, and let's I'm saying get this to circulate. While I'm doing, I'm gonna read the next headline until Brent finds what he's looking for. 3 Mexicans and 7. Have I finished the other one?
That's a crazy beginning.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let me go back a bit. So this is about the whole schools offering technical subjects to pupils, right, from the age of 14. So the government says that the reforms are intended to create clearer routes into employment, as more than 1 million young people across the UK are currently not in education, employment, or training. However, few details have been released about funding or how the courses will operate in areas with limited industry. The Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, said that the education system had focused too heavily on university and treated young people pursuing technical qualifications like second-class citizens. I think that's a fact, man. I think that's a fact. 3 Mexicans and 7 Nigerians have appeared before a federal judge at an alleged methamphetamine lab hidden in a forest in Ogun State. Nigerian authorities said that the facility was part of the country's largest ever meth bust, involving more than 2 tons of the drug, worth an estimated £270 million. A second lab was uncovered the following month in the neighboring state of Oyo State, my state, where 5 suspects, including an alleged Mexican meth specialist, were arrested. I think I spoke about this before. Officials say 4 of the 5 Mexican-operated labs raided across Africa this year were in Nigeria. 4 out of 5. Damn. Next headline on the death toll. I'm not too sure if you guys heard about the earthquake in Colombia. At least 82 were killed, man, after this powerful earthquake hit the western part of Colombia. So the death toll continues to climb. The province of Risaralda in Colombia's coffee growing region has suffered the highest toll so far. Dozens of injuries and heavy damage to buildings were also reported in Choco, which is the province closest to the epicenter of the 7.4 magnitude quake. Next headline, and in the Oval Office, Donald Trump has signed an executive order, guys. This was again flagged earlier, right? Which will split up the MMR vaccine. So the measles, the mumps, the rubella, split them up. He said you should have 5 separate visits for vaccines rather than giving them all in the same day. He added that the administration would no longer recommend hepatitis B, COVID-19, and the flu shots for children. Decades ago, children received only a small fraction of the vaccines required today. In those times, people were much healthy, and of course, the high rates of autism now observed did not exist. So there's a reason for such epidemic rates of autism, and we're going to bring it back to much closer to where it was. This is what Trump said, right? Despite the fact that there's no proven link between inoculations and an increased risk of autism. This is what a lot of people say in it, but I'm not going to get into that today. Probably I'll never get into it. Next headline. Netanyahu, Israel's prime minister, may have categorically rejected the new Board of Peace roadmap to disarm Hamas in Gaza, but apparently that's unlikely to be the final word. The White House has not officially commented. However, it is reported that they're not bothered by Netanyahu's statement and views his particular words as campaign rhetoric in the run-up to a heated general election. We understand Bibi's political needs, is what the Israeli journalist Barak Ravid said, but we have no problem with it as long as he continues to do what we ask, especially regarding restraining attacks in Gaza. Recent days have seen an apparent pause in Israel's strikes on Gaza, something that Hamas had demanded when signing on to the US-backed 15-point campaign. Brent, anything? Okay. So Brent found something. Let's jump to that.
Give me a brief moment because it's a little back and forth. You get me?
Before you do that, Isaac said you better not. My friend, don't ever tell me I better not do anything. I'll immediately do it for saying that.
What
I think he's talking about the autism and the vaccines and all that type of thing there.
Oh.
I don't respond well to this, I'm telling you. But anyway, go on.
All right, so these are the claims, all right, around the 7-Up thing. You get me? Shout out Black Gold, right? I want some Black Gold. So yes, the 7-Up claim is one of the stranger Jason Arday claims, and I don't like this. But this is a news platform. You got to do what we do because Mr. Black Gold has forced us to do it.
And so he has indeed.
And there's an important wrinkle in how it has been debunked. In a recorded University of Bath talk, Arday said, I was part of a program, actually. It was called 7-Up at the time. They follow you at kind of 7, 14, 21, and I was pulled out of the project when I was 14. All right. So that wording is reported directly by the Times. The obvious interpretation is that he was claiming some connection to the famous Up documentary series. That series began with 7-Up in 1964, following 14 British children, and with 7 at the time, then revisiting them at 14, 21, 28, and so on. ITV's own history confirms that the original children appeared in 1964 and were revisited every 7 years. Now, why that version is impossible is Jason Arday was born in 1985. The original 7-Up children were already about 28 years old when he was born. So he cannot possibly have been one of the children in the original Up series. There was also a later BBC spin-off called Up, Millennium Generation, but that started with 7-year-olds around 2000. Arday would have been about 15, not 7. The BBC reportedly confirmed that he was not involved with those films either. So if the claim is Jason Arday appeared in the famous 7-Up/Up television documentary project, then yes, that has essentially been debunked. But Arday's side now gives a different explanation. After the contradiction was pointed out, a source close to Arday told the Times that he wasn't talking about the Grenada/ITV television series at all. They said there was supposedly an informal community/parent-led initiative involving black mothers raising children with complex learning needs, which happened to use 7-Up as an informal name or shorthand. Arday's representatives say it operated on an Ubuntu-style community principle and supported families as children grew older. That's the defense, but there's a problem. His original description wasn't merely there was a support group called 7-Up. He specifically called it a program. He said 7-Up is basically when they follow you over the duration of your life and described the precise 7 to 14 to 21 structure for which the famous documentary series is known. He then said he was pulled out of the project when I was 14. That makes the later explanation considerably harder to reconcile with the original wording. So, has the alternative explanation itself been disproved? No, not definitively. I cannot find independent documentation establishing that this Black Mothers Community Program existed, but absence of public documentation isn't proof that it didn't. What we currently have publicly is essentially Arday's side saying that this is what he meant.
And this is why I say, when he said this though, I don't think he said this via hand, innit? He said this, right? Vocally. So
This one says that somebody close to him.
yeah,
So-
afterwards.
I don't know. It doesn't say that he physically said it. You said it. You heard it.
What do you mean I heard it?
Sorry. Initially, I thought you said that you had said that Adi said it.
Yeah.
It
As
says
in-
here that like
as
someone
in-
close
no,
to him.
I read it in an article.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You mean the explanation?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that it was him that said it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I read that in an article. Either way, the point I'm trying to say is how I would defend it is program, because program could be a TV program.
Yeah.
But if that thing is talking about a program, it's not talking about a program activities for that group of people do. So he could be talking about that when he said program. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm seeing it.
And they could have visited him
Exactly.
7, 14, and 21.
Well, he was pulled out at 14. So he only did it twice. You know what I'm saying? Technically, he might not even have done the 14-year-old one. So he would have done it at 7 years when he was nonverbal. Then 14, just before they told him, yo, we're coming back for your 14-year-old one. His parents like, nah, this is a long thing. You know what I'm saying? We're busy, we're doing other things, innit? Or whatever. Or it's just not the right time. And then pulled him out.
So I hope that vindicates Black Gold, and I hope that vindicates Mary. Maybe not.
I don't know. All right, let me just tell you my opinion, right? 'Cause I think Black Gold was basically saying, no, but big up both of them.
100%.
I think Black Gold was trying to defend him, and this is.
I
where
got no
we are
problem with
today.
him trying to defend him.
At all. We're all trying to do
But
the same thing.
this is what you forced us to do, though.
Yeah. I do think though that Mirad was more, from what I saw, because I didn't see every single
Hey,
comment.
pause before you go where we can't take back. You come and say
Yeah, it's
it's
true.
right.
You know
What
what?
the hell are you
Let
doing?
me go back.
Apart from you think this is what? Retract that thought right now.
Immediately. No, but what I was going to say is, I think Mr. Black Gold was obviously doing his Googles and trying to defend everything. In fact, wait a minute. Based on what you just said there, though, Mr. Black Gold's wrong.
Oh gosh, why is he wrong?
Because there were two separate shows, right? Mr. Black Gold said the show continued from 63 for 63 years to 2026. Based on what you said.
Oh, you said
there.
there's an original and then there was a spin-off. You're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not only that, there was a big gap. One stopped, right? And then one started again in 2000 something, 2002, right? Yeah, so what are we doing there? You can't say, I don't know, man.
Well, Mirad, the Discord's open, man. Obviously, you're always welcome to come on Discord. It's just that you never take it up sometimes. You say you want to come and you
You know
don't
what I'm
come in
saying?
it.
Some holidays, you're not working, should be every day, innit?
Assalamualaikum.
Stop him. Is he there?
Just working out how to basically unmute himself.
Come, Murad.
You could be better than this, bro. Still muted. He's probably still talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shouting at his phone.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, whilst he's sorting himself out, let me continue. So, 3/4 of England in drought, man. Three-quarters of England. Yeah, man. Almost 3/4 of England is now in drought as much of Europe braces for its fifth climate crisis-driven heat wave this summer. 4 more regions of England have officially been declared to be in drought. So this is the East Midlands, Lincolnshire, Northamptonshire, Kent, East Sussex, and Solent and the South Downs. Never heard of them places ever in life. But anyway, big up them Solent guys and South Downians. They joined 7 regions already under drought status since last month. East Anglia, Hertfordshire, London, Thames Valley, Hampshire, Isle of Wight, Devon, Cornwall, all that type of stuff. Farmers have reported their earliest harvest in 20 years with reduced yields, while reservoir levels have fallen to 69%. You know what I'm saying? This is 11.6% lower than expected for this time of the year. Next headline, Thames Water has paid its finance chief a £1 million signing fee, despite teetering on the brink of a government-handled administration, a decision that the Environment Department labelled as unacceptable. The utility company revealed that it made the payment last month in a letter sent last week by Andrew Montag, who's basically the chair. And basically, the letter was sent to MPs on the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs Select Committee. Thames is one of the at least 8 water companies banned from paying performance-related bonuses because of continued environmental failings from its creaking infrastructure. The company, which provides water and sewage services to 16 million companies in London and the Thames Valley, has been on the verge of collapse for more than 2 years. And our last headline, guys, the drive-by shooting that killed the rap star, the legendary, one of the greatest rappers of all time, Tupac Shakur, on the 7th of September 1996 changed the trajectory of hip-hop and elevated the rapper from a face of the genre to a cultural icon. His killing became one of the culture's great mysteries, with countless theories but no arrest until 2023. This is when Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was unexpectedly charged with murdering the famous rapper. I don't know if this was unexpected. This nigga was just talking all over the goddamn place. Predominantly on Vlad TV. That's what I'm saying. So if you ever have ambitions of going on Vlad, understand your next step could be prison. The 63-year-old former gang boss is due to stand trial in Las Vegas, where he's accused of murder of a deadly weapon with the intent to promote, further, or assist a criminal gang. He's pleaded not guilty. If convicted, he faces life in prison without parole. The trial could also include several celebrity witnesses, including Suge Knight, who's the former CEO of Death Row Records, who has been thought of as the last surviving witness to Tupac Shakur's death. But the complicated case hinges almost exclusively on one key piece of evidence, a book co-authored by Davis, Keefe D, the same guy, that he has argued is partially a piece of fiction. So this nigga went around writing about everything in the book, went on Vlad promoting the book, and now he's saying, oh, it's all fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, jury selection in the case began on Monday, with opening arguments slated to start on the 17th of August, man. So next week, Monday. And that's it for the headlines, people.
He's still not in the Discord, man.
Yeah?
Why we keep falling for this?
I have no idea, to be fair.
Why we keep falling for this, man?
Damn shame. Damn shame. Anyway, let's get into our topic of the day.
Come on.
No, got
Okay.
some other stuff.
I just keep popping up.
Damn. All right,
In
people.
fact, let me fix it. Let me fix it one time. There we go.
All right, people. So, again, for those who are just joining us, firstly, like the video. Secondly, thank you for joining us. Thirdly, let's get into this. So that everyone's on the same page, Professor Arday, he is or was one of the youngest professors ever at Cambridge University. And there's a lot of controversy surrounding him, right? Accusations of plagiarism. Obviously, that made its rounds. Then people started looking into his memoir, the pre-sale copies, and saying, wait a minute, this guy's just a storyteller, you know what I'm saying, of the worst kind, just making things up. A lot of black professionals came out, you know what I'm saying, risking their position to say, listen, this is a farce, this is a smear campaign. Not only that, Liverpool John Moores University, and other institutions have come out to say that the claims of plagiarism are unfounded. All these things. So why are you harassing this man? What has he done? You know what I'm saying? So that's basically where we are. But yesterday we had a big conversation. It was one of our great conversations. We had Isaac call up. We had Andrew call up. We had Black Rob call up. Josh call up. We had a lot of the heavyweights, man. We had Maggie call up. We had Davina's sister, academic. What was it again?
Accidental academic.
Accidental academic. Sorry for getting it wrong. Big her up every single time. She's a PhD holder herself. Forgive me if I've forgotten anybody. K Price, of course, called up as well. So we had some heavy hitters in the chat yesterday, in the Discord yesterday, and they were going back and forth. But long story short, Isaac basically said, "Listen, this is all racism, right? This is all racism. Let that not be misconstrued. Let no one forget that. However, I do believe there was plagiarism. You know what I'm saying? I checked for myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you can see on the screen right now.
They can't see this.
Oh, they can't. Oh, pardon me.
It's a preview.
Okay. It's coming. My good brother DCF asked the question of whether Isaac did produce documents. He indeed did.
Immediately after the stream, he provided the documents. He provided the way for us to access and compare and contrast. And then he left us with our thoughts.
Yeah.
You understand?
Make up your own mind.
Yeah, he didn't look to influence anything.
Mm-hmm.
He said, here's how you find it, and have at it.
Yeah. And when we show you certain things as well, don't think this is us trying to, I guess, pile on to the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because I think everyone is on the same page about what this is. You know what I'm saying? They were actually... Oh, Dr. Cheryl was also in the chat as well.
Yes.
Isaac says accidental academics is still pursuing her PhD. Is that correct? No, I think she's
a PhD researcher.
Yeah, she's got it already.
Don't say that. Don't say that. When you said it, I was like, did she tell you
serious?
that?
Oh, my mistake. Maybe I misunderstood. Pardon me. Thanks for the correction. But still big her up anyway. Big up everybody.
100%.
Again. So...
To be honest, I basically see Isaac as a doctor.
Yeah.
I just know he's... I don't live in this linear timeline.
Come on.
I'm already in the future, whilst in the past.
You understand?
I've already seen he's collected it.
Come on.
So I'm calling him Dr. Isaac.
Come on. We ain't going to do that.
I'm already calling him Dr. Isaac.
No, we ain't going to do that. No. Then anybody can be a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Pick up Dr.
I'm able to tell because I'm in the future.
I'm joking. Big up everybody, man. But regardless, let's get back in the same boat.
Come on.
We had a discussion about it. He produced everything, yeah? He produced everything. Everyone's there to make up their mind. Brent looked at it.
Mary, I'm not reading any of your messages, bro.
You writing in Discord?
He's not just writing in the chat. Like, why are you writing in the chat?
You had the opportunity, man. The Discord's for you.
Stop using words to communicate to us.
You know what I'm saying? We're in the future. We're in the future, man.
There must be some sort of consequence for, like, perpetual letdowns, man.
I thought he changed, you know.
What, because it's some holidays?
Yeah. Yes, it's precisely that, man.
Mary's always going to marry. Mary is always going to marry. It's going to be a verb now.
The mirification of the discourse.
Oh, gosh.
All right. So anyway, all of this was happening, and you guys saw Professor Andrews come out and actually defend him and say, "Yo, this is a smear campaign." Again, I fully agree with Professor Andrews. I'm pretty sure you do as well, Brent, and many people as well. We know what this is. You know what I'm saying? But it is unfortunate that the things that were found seem to be legit. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that, though, like I said before, I was looking at an article by Blackcurrant News. Big them up. If you don't know about Blackcurrant News, Google it, Blackcurrant News. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the blackcurrant in the chat. Big up the blackcurrant in the chat. It's a different blackcurrant. You know what I'm saying? Entire news platform doing amazing work for the community, man. Big them up every single time. But basically, what has happened to Jason's supporters? So all of this stuff that's happened now, we had a period of time where everyone came out. Not everyone, but many black professionals came out, like I just said, right? Jason and his representatives approached prominent black Britons, guys, asking them to publicly defend him. Yeah? And many did so in good faith, lending their social and political capital at real personal and reputational risk. And funny enough, that's what Isaac was saying. I won't do. You know what I'm saying? He said, guys, you guys can do that what you want. But I know how hard it is to get a PhD.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to do that, especially since I've checked this thing now.
Yeah.
Right?
So Isaac was approached too, and Isaac said, no, I'm going to wait.
I don't know if they approached Isaac, but if they did, he would still be like, I'm going to wait and do my due
right.
diligence.
Okay.
Like a proper person
Yeah.
in that field should do, right?
Yeah.
But many said, no, I want to defend this guy. He's doing amazing things. His story is outstanding. He's black, you know what I'm saying? And why not? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, now those people are themselves being scrutinized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All those people that stepped up. Nels Abbey, he defended Jason against the plagiarism allegations by referring to Liverpool John Moores, the university investigation, right? Which to me is fair, you know what I'm saying? Because the allegations, they concluded that the allegations, pardon me, were not proven. The Spectator, we know what they do, they subsequently incorrectly described Abbey as having chaired that investigation. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, right? He obviously, Nels Abbey, has demanded a prominent correction and has publicly clashed with Michael Gove over this particular issue. I believe when everything happened, Michael Gove then added him on Twitter. It was like, yo, what's going on? All that type of stuff, innit? To try and laugh at him. I'm saying, so this is the consequence of what's going on.
Martin,
yeah.
Never do that in his face, either.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my gosh.
Sunita Elaine, who's a master of Jesus College, Cambridge.
Shout out
right?
Sunita.
Every single time.
Friend of TMB.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Also initially supported Jason as well. According to the article, she's subsequently been targeted by people, blaming her for Cambridge appointing Professor Arday. You know what I'm saying? Questioning her competence now and calling for her dismissal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, her contact details, like I said yesterday, have also been circulated online. Insane. Lord Simon Woolley as well. He signed the open letter too. You know what I'm saying? As the controversy intensified, a reference identifying him with Homerton College was quietly removed from his listing on the letter, right? Which the writer says appears to reflect the pressure developing behind the scenes, the writer being this Black Current News, right? So again, the pressure is escalating. Now, there's a serious division that's not emerging. You understand what I'm saying? So again, in the article, you can go and type it in. Just type in Black Current News, Professor Arday, something like that, right? Basically, it describes frank conversations taking place amongst prominent Black Britons right now about Jason, about accountability, and the wider consequences now of this scandal, I guess, on us. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So some people have, who had previously worked with or spoken to Professor Arday apparently had concerns about his professional integrity. Can you imagine? But felt unable to raise those concerns, man, because they feared condemnation and dismissal. Can you imagine? Meanwhile, other people reportedly questioned why some Black figures refused to sign a petition. So wait. Trying to pull people's black card, man. Saying, why wouldn't you support this Black man? You know what I'm saying? Sign the thing. It's a damn shame, man. And yeah, they were basically saying, how can you not support a fellow Black person when this is happening to him? There you go. Dame Ijeoma Uchegbu removed her name from the open letter as well. There you go. So yeah, man. One Black professional told the publication as well that we're only gonna move forward if we stand together. People need to choose their sides. Yeah.
Question though, Emmanuel. If that was on your desk, and you were a man of high status, high regard, high esteem, right?
Okay.
100%. But just exemplified.
Come on.
Yeah. Would you sign the thing?
Nah.
Sign the thing. Sign the thing.
Wait, sign it. No, because I would like to do my due diligence. I don't mind coming out and defending you about particular things, but I'm specific.
Wait. What would what would you think twice about signing if it has to do with the nation?
Oh, as in that I wouldn't think twice about.
Yeah. Well, you forget about due diligence. Here, you're just doing it blindly.
I don't think I'll do anything blindly, to be fair.
Serious?
Yeah, I think.
I like that.
Yeah, I think it depends. It really does depend. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But in terms of talking and defending him, yeah, I would have done that.
But there are times that you would look to back a cause, even though you know the man at fault, the Black man at fault, the Black woman at fault, is wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Who the enemy is, right?
Oh,
All right, okay.
100%.
Mm,
I think I've done it many times
I
already.
believe you have. But not this one.
Nah.
That's crazy.
No, do you know why? No, again, let me correct that.
This is a perfect example of
No, let me correct it.
black versus white.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would defend him. I wouldn't sign a letter defending the plagiarism thing. Because I need to know certain things in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in terms of the pylon,
Mm.
what I perceive as racist attacks, what 100% defended it.
Get behind me, and then
You know what
you
I'm saying?
unsheath your sword.
Immediately. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Heads will roll. But in terms of the actual details,
Mm.
I need to know before I start. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, I can't do that, man.
I like it.
But yeah, man, the allegations have now moved beyond plagiarism again. An important distinction in the article is that the original plagiarism allegations relating to Jason's PhD were investigated by Liverpool John Moores University and found to not be proven. Right, cool. Jason has acknowledged citation mistakes in his dissertation, right, which he attributed to his complex learning needs and inadequate supervision. Cool. However, according to the writer, the controversy now goes substantially further than citation errors. Questions are being raised about aspects of Jason's academic record and his personal story. We spoke about his memoir yesterday, including claims that have not been independently substantiated. These reportedly include claims that a masked man threatened him with a knife inside his faculty building. So I never heard about this till now, right? That a severed pig's head was sent to his parents' home. And that he achieved GCSEs despite being unable to read or write. Oh, yes. Because he couldn't read or write till 18. How did he get the GCSEs? Anyway, part of my
That is crazy how that happened on air. You are mad. Absolutely mad. This is crazy.
guys, that was
He's
for
exceptional, man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know
Thank you
why.
very
It's,
much.
because there must be a reason. Because he passed, man. He got through.
big facts.
Of course, man. I could easily be verified.
Telepathy.
What? I'm not buying that one. I'm not buying that he didn't like pass his GCSEs.
No, he
I'm not
must have
buying
done.
it. Of course he did, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think he did. Of course he did.
Yeah, of course he did.
As a professor.
And flying colours, man.
But the thing is, if he passed his GCSEs, then was he actually, you know what I'm saying, could he read or write? He must have been able to. So that means the claim of him only starting to read and write or being able to read and write by the age 18 is like, what's true? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm kind of just reading it as to the level of
Yeah,
his peers. That's
exactly.
kind of how I'm seeing it.
That's what I'm
I'm
thinking
not kind of reading it like literally. That's not
Yeah.
how I'm taking it, man.
Yeah. I think you're right, though, because that's also how I defend it, too.
I currently know people who could read and write. They pass the GCSEs.
That's a fact.
Talking
That's a
about, they
fact.
still got read and write now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. People don't know the difference between there, and there at all. Oh my goodness. Yeah. People spelling them differently, like defiantly and
It's very water. I said water.
diabolical. I'm telling you.
Look, we have a
Come on.
fact checker here.
Big up the legendary. You know what I'm saying? If you
Come
don't know already, go Pan African Academy, Instagram, all social media. Students can have a scribe. Okay. Students can have a scribe for GCSEs if they struggle with reading and writing.
There you go.
So I'm saying I had no idea. Thank you very much for that.
Exactly what he had.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. All right. So obviously some people are demanding accountability. Big up Marvin Harrison. He's been on the show. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We need to bring that brother back on the show.
Man, like.
You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know, go back, Dope Black Dads, all that type of stuff, right? Cool. Doing amazing things. Now he's described, because I saw a clip of his. Obviously, I don't watch entire clips in it. But it started basically talking about accountability.
That is crazy how you say that in public, you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine for you to say it, obviously. I don't watch all the way through, but I'll put it up as evidence.
No, but we haven't put it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're assuming the next step. This is what they did for Professor. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so Marvin's basically described Jason's apparent failure to consider what other black people potentially stood to lose as violent. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing where he's like, okay, cool. You messed up at, you know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Ryder said that Jason should be held accountable for damaging the credibility of black folk, he said black people, who publicly supported him, while also arguing that he was created by a corrupt system. That's what people were saying yesterday, I guess, to some degree. It was created. I'm not subscribing to that, I'll be honest with you. Ryder's wider argument is that when institutions expect black people to be exceptional unicorns in order to succeed, rather than simply rewarding hard work and truth, ambitious people may eventually start presenting themselves as those unicorns. I can't do it. I'll be real.
As in, you can't take
I
on
can't
that
take
cape.
No. I'm taking that stance.
When they start bigging you up, you believe it.
And you start making up stuff. No. He just has to take accountability. For that part, I think, anyway.
You know, it's crazy.
I don't think it's fair to blame Cambridge.
It's crazy how the leader of the free world, he's guilty of all these things.
Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, but everyone chose him. That's what I'm saying. They chose him. When you're paying your uni fee, you're not choosing your professor. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Shay Akiwowo takes a similar accountability plus compassion position. Okay, big up. Her argument now is essentially that Jason deserves to be safe and well while simultaneously being held responsible for his actions. Totally agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally agree. She's particularly troubled that people who could see inconsistencies apparently felt unable to voice their concerns, though. That's what I'm saying. Which is also an issue as well within our community. Because those raising them most loudly were racist or people unconcerned about.
Yeah, to get labelled.
You know what I'm saying? Being accused of racism. It's not right, man.
Yeah, I think somebody on Discord got labelled racist yesterday. That's
Serious?
what racists say. I think Black Rob, after he said what he said. I think Dr. Isaac then said, hey.
There you go.
That's what the racists say.
You see, you can't do that, man. This is how you shut up people
I hope I'm remembering properly.
No, I think you're right.
You want me to be right?
No. I remember. I think, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it was Dr. Isaac, though. It was Isaac.
I already told you, I don't live in this.
No, you need to
I made a picture.
This is how, you know what I'm saying? This is how you just find yourself in a scandal. No. Big him up. But yeah, man, Albie Amankona basically goes significantly further, calling the situation an embarrassment to Black Britain. You know what I'm saying? And arguing that Jason may ultimately have damaged Black Britons more than racist agitators could have done. Professor Dame Ijeoma, that Isaac spoke about as well, signed the open letter but subsequently removed her name after further allegations emerged, man. Others are still defending Jason, though. So this is the other side.
Question. Let's just say you were one of the blacks who decided not to put your name on this record, right? This petition or whatever it is. And your neighbor tried to cajole you into doing it. So I pull out the black card, right? And then...
No one can do that to me, though.
I hear what you're saying. So you say you can't basically go through this theoretical question.
No, I can. But whenever I even perceive somebody challenging my blackness, I feel so disgusted for them. I feel like you're an animal. You know nothing in life.
So you would tell him, get out of my house. You wouldn't wait until they finish.
What? Me? Impossible. Impossible. Anyway, sorry, let's continue with the exercise.
So it's this hypothetical I'm putting to you, right? That same person then decides, because obviously they've heard the guy in the van, right? And they've heard Dr. Isaac's suggestion that he plagiarized because he saw it himself, right?
Yeah.
And this neighbor decides to retract her signature, right? Do you go next door and have a word? You just leave her.
Yeah.
Just never come out.
If it comes up in convo, then I'll be like, you see, this is why. You know what I'm saying? No, I won't do all that. Nah.
So you will forget.
My brain doesn't store stuff like that. It's only when it comes up. Then be like, wait a minute.
Okay, when you're
You know what I'm
poked.
saying? Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Like,
because
wait
you
a
don't
minute.
go around troubling people.
No.
If they come looking for it,
Ain't got time for
you
that.
give it to them.
Immediately.
Hey, aren't you the person who...
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, you came to me and knocked my doorbell to tell me that I should be signing this, and now you've ducked out. And I haven't heard from you since. You should have been here to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Bring me some food.
Take back, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I take it back?
Nonsense.
Shout out that one.
You know what I'm saying? Make them out every single time. But let's talk about those who are continuing to defend, right? So again, Professor Andrews, he describes what's happening as a racist smear campaign. Played you guys the clip, right? He says he couldn't care less whether Jason exaggerated parts of his story because, in his view,
Mm.
equivalent scrutiny of white Cambridge professors would uncover similar problems without generating anything approaching the same level of attention.
Mm.
Totally agree with him.
It's a
Totally
good-
agree with him.
It's a good question from Fanan.
Fanan says, why would you blindly put your name on something when you're in a field where reputation is everything? Yeah. It wasn't blind, though. Let's be fair. Because how many of us judge institutions? As in put an institution to the test. Like, you don't reinvent the bloody thingy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just trust that, okay, cool, you're an institution. People have their credentials. They've done enough to get there. Do you know what I'm saying? So when Liverpool John Moores is saying, no, we've done our due diligence. He got his PhD. The claims are unfounded. I don't think it's unfair for a black person to be like, okay, cool. I'm quoting them. This is what they've said. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, is this when the letter was then signed?
Yeah.
The open letter was after John Liverpool Moore's.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I guess it
believe
wasn't
so.
blind. You lent in some form of information. But
So that's what I'm saying.
why did Ichuma decide to retract it then?
Because I think now,
Man in the van.
no, I think now people like Isaac, other people are looked into it for themselves and be like, wait a minute, this is troubling.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So this is troubling. So I don't think we can proceed with this anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the case. And also when you heard more about the memoir, innit? I think they're down everything now. But yeah, man, Professor Gus John as well.
Wait a minute.
Telling you.
Professor Gus John?
You heard me right, Brent?
He has a professorship?
Of course. Come on, man.
Shout out Mr. Gus John, Professor Gus John.
Come on, man.
Long
Come on, man.
long time.
Similarly, yes, he's warned, man, that Jason's case could result in black academics collectively being viewed with suspicion, as though any of them could potentially be another Arday.
Mr. Gus John is such a pioneer.
True indeed.
Such a pioneer.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, man. Jacqueline Mackenzie also points to what she sees as a double standard as well. You know what I'm saying? She argues that the black and Asian professionals face levels of scrutiny that their white counterparts often do not, including journalists approaching Jason's elderly parents. Why the hell are you going to my mum and dad for, man? I should elbow you for that. You know what I'm saying? That's diabolical. I have never seen your mum and dad. I don't trouble them if I see them in Tesco. Finan says, I don't know enough about the story, so I have gaps in my understanding. Okay. But to remove your name after seems like you had a thought about it. Not entirely.
Or new information came out.
That's what it is, I think.
The guy in the van.
Yeah.
Ah, baby, you're gone.
Yeah.
He makes it all gone.
All gone. You understand? Everything gone now. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot's happening. A lot's happening. One second. But anyway, long story short, that's what's happening right now. But somebody does say something. Nova Reed, she describes the media treatment of Jason as digital lynching.
I agree.
And feral racism.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. And last thing I'll mention is True Power focuses heavily on Nathan Kofanas. Remember, let's not forget Kofanas. He's the maniac doing this nonsense, right? He's the former Cambridge academic who has driven much of the scrutiny and whom the article describes as known for promoting racist ideas. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, True Power's argument is that Kofanas's intervention cannot simply be separated from his ideology because those views ultimately question whether black people, period, belong within elite institutions at all, which is insane. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's what I need to do for self, guys. Chris says, have they shared Isaac's evidence yet? No, we ain't done that yet, but we're about to.
Yeah.
We're about to.
Definitely.
All right, Brent.
Because we made a song and dance about it.
True.
We asked him to stand up and be counted, and he answered the call right after the show. So yeah, we are an integrity-led platform here. We must follow up on call-outs on that, and yeah, we'll see if he's vindicated. What have we got here? Black Rob says, you know them ones where you and your friend are talking in class? I would never talk in class. And the teacher gives you a detention, and you go, but he was talking too. That is the argument everyone is making about white people. Easy Bambino says, I think the biggest argument people are making is the disproportionate response at this point. Finance says, I would have just gone for the racismo angle.
Mm.
Mm.
Anyway, this was happening, bro.
Yeah, man.
Are you ready to?
All right, cool. So, as the Dr. Isaac said yesterday, he had gone through the two theses. Is that what it is? Theses? Theses.
Yes.
Theses.
That's the one.
He had gone through both of them. He had compared and contrasted. He had analyzed, and he had come to the conclusion that there was plagiarism, right? And at the time, obviously, the rebuttal to that was Dr. Kahene Andrews and others basically did the same thing, and they said that the claims were unsubstantiated. Yes, it was unfounded. He didn't plagiarize, right? Dr. Isaac stayed firm. He stayed firm amidst an onslaught of backlash, right? Whilst also saying, look, people, let's just get past this because it's racist. Everything that's happened is racist, and I want to be wrong. I really wanted to, and I'm definitely not going to go on TikTok and basically share these particular findings because I don't want this to be fuel for the racists, right? So even in his subjective stance, right, he was still biased. He was still polluting the well. Do you understand? The well of truth and authenticity, and that's important sometimes, right? He's still loyal to the cause. He's still one of us. Dr. Isaac will always be the doctor in my mind because of that. So obviously, if I've asked him to give me the stuff because I want to check it, because I do want to. Brother, I was like, my head was spinning because I had two respected academics saying different things, right? I wanted to know for myself because that's just who I am. I was born this way. Born this way. That's not how it goes. How's it go?
I don't know that song, right?
Born this way. Anyway, people in the chat know the song. I wanted to know, and I couldn't sleep until I knew. But what I will not be doing is showing all of my findings. That's irresponsible.
Yes, it is.
Because we're not using this platform to do that.
We ain't probably know.
I even want to whisper everything going forward, just for this segment, so that it's not clipped up and used by some racist.
Exactly.
What did you call the other person that was part of the Restore party? The Restore.
Restore.
The one that you made up the second one.
Now, what of them are real?
So we could pretend to run it back then. Run it back after Rupert Lowe. Run it back.
Buddy, Buddy Cunningham. I think that's what it was.
No, it wasn't.
No, but
It wasn't Cunningham. Yeah, F that buddy anyway. So, I don't want to give them any fuel. But what I will say, I went through it. I went through all of the. Let me just show you. Let me show you initially. When I put the two papers in, this is the percentage breakdown that it gave me. Now, I was instructed by Dr. Isaac to forget these particular percentages, and I understood why he told me to forget it. Because first glance, what are you thinking first glance, Emmanuel?
First glance, I'm thinking, come on, what are we doing there? Like,
this is
original text, 97%.
97%.
Come on, man, 97%.
Give it to him. Yeah,
100%.
give it to him.
You have to.
It might as well be 100%.
Basically,
Yeah,
97.4% in anything in life is basically 100.
this is it. Distinction.
Immediately.
First class. Give me my PhD. So, I did just that. I understood why it is he said forget it, because when I went through it, I was reading like, oh, this is clever, right? The way that he was mostly plagiarizing was, let's say you take a sentence, right? Let's say 85% of that sentence is her words, and the 13, let's say 87, 13, let's say 87,
I think it's 85.
let's say 85.
13 to 15.
What are you hearing, sir?
13.
Let's say 85. Let's say 85, then it's right. 15, yeah? 15% of that, he's now used his words. But it's not as if it is that he's just like thrown in completely different words. He's just used synonyms to the words that he didn't want to copy. right?
Mm.
There was one instance, right, where I think I told you about this, where he's copied
Mm-hmm.
and he's copied wrong. So let's say she used 3
Mm-hmm.
examples of such and such.
Yeah.
He's turned it to 5 examples,
Yeah.
but then gone on to list 3. Do
Three.
you understand? So he was even lazy copying.
Mm.
Is that maybe he was tired? He was a bit tired.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
It is a lot of work copying. That part.
Yeah.
Right? No, baby, you're gone. So let me give you an example of what I've seen. I'm only going to show you one example. There are many more. I'm just going to show you one example so you understand what this might look like. Yes? All right. I want you to basically, can you see this?
Yeah.
Clearly? So one on the left, that's his.
That's Jason's.
One on the right
Arday.
is hers, right?
Okay.
I want you to read what's in green,
Okay.
right? So read hers first.
Okay.
Just the green.
As this review of literature exemplifies, there has been much rhetoric about reflection and reflective practices. Is that practices? What does it say?
What's that? Did you say something?
Yeah. Something beeping.
Okay, maybe somebody just sent me a message.
I think you have to move the text a bit.
Move the text a bit here
No. There's some words that's cut off on the side.
on the side. What are you watching?
Doesn't that say?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that meant to be practices? You know what I'm talking
Yeah. Let's say practices.
about?
I was screen grabbed this if I was screen grabbed it wrong in it.
Okay. All right. So, all
But
right.
it's enough there.
Yeah. Reflective practices in particular. Yeah. To be fair, we can go to his one and find out.
Yes.
What the one is called politely. So he then says, as his review of literature illustrates.
My words, no.
Mm-hmm.
This is authentic. This is
So
brand new.
Not
It's unique.
exemplifies, illustrates.
Mm.
There is various rhetoric concerning the implementation of reflection and reflective practice within education.
Now, you can read on now, right?
Yeah. Okay. From who first?
Because now we give us a citation, right?
His own thing, yeah? Okay, cool.
No. Start with hers and then go over there. So
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
In line with Calderhead's 1989-43, is that what it said?
All right. You don't need to go and read it because it is now exact. It's now a citation, right?
Okay, cool.
Cool. But just the first 3, and then go back to what he says.
Okay. So synonymous with Calderhead. So that's the only thing that's different.
All right.
Yeah.
So this passage, he's just lifted it
Yeah.
and just
Just
just a little tweak.
Mm.
Yes, sir? All right. And obviously she wasn't basically cited because even if you grab a whole piece of it, you still have to flip and give citation.
Yeah.
That you've grabbed it from hers, right? Now, bear in mind, this is just one example. Like I said, I have.
Don't change it. I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Are you aware the part after it that's not highlighted?
It will go on to that.
Okay.
He said, are you saying is this one of them?
No, I'm just seeing the part after it that's not highlighted.
Yeah.
It's the same words.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
It goes through bit by bit.
Okay.
So it's just showing you one of them, and then it's the next one. So
And highlights again.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Understand very clearly. That's just one example. There's a litany of examples like that. So I don't understand how anybody, because I did hear yesterday there are different ways for different governing bodies to like award plagiarism. It's the first time I'm hearing about this, right?
Different criteria for how you cite.
It's the first time I'm hearing about this, obviously. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe I'm the dumb one. Maybe this is an example of a different way that qualifies as no, this is not plagiarism,
That's
right?
okay.
That's okay, right? So that is what I wanted to bring to the conversation today. I don't want to show the rest of them because it's just more examples of what I've just shown.
Same,
yeah. And then the very bad one, like I just mentioned, with the 5 and the 3, right? Cool. So I want to hold up. Good morning, Isaac. Let me just put him on the stage. So I wanted to know who actually read this, and then came away and said, "There's nothing here." Do you understand? And I'm thinking, my original thought was, will you have something to protect, you would then look to present a lie, right?
Mm,
You would present an untruth because you want to protect this thing of ours,
yeah.
right? I understand that. That motive, I understand that. But say that that's the case.
Mm,
Do you understand? Don't say you watched these two things and then came away saying there's nothing here,
yeah.
and how dare you? Do you understand?
Mhm.
Because this is very, very blatant. Very blatant. Good morning, Isaac. What we saying?
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in quickly. Yeah, fantastic analysis so far. I think the thoughts that you're expressing are exactly what um, struck me as I was looking through.
Mm.
Just with what was mentioned, I'm not going to specify by who. I think when people make certain takes, especially in academia, I like to keep silent and watch who agrees so that they can sort of show their face, right? Anybody who agreed with that take that essentially, depending on the citation or reference style that you use, you're more able to plagiarize. Don't share your surname. Don't allow your thesis to be accessible, because if that's the sentiments that you had in writing your thesis or any sort of academic documents that you've been a part of, you're in danger.
Why didn't you say this yesterday then?
But no, because again, I wanted to wait and see who agrees. And that being said, I like to be respectful to my fellow academics, especially my fellow female academics. And there wasn't an opportunity to kind of have a conversation on the side, like, yeah, that's not true. Like, can you explain that a bit more? I think what was lost, or maybe what was like miscommunicated, is that if you're quoting something, that's fine. Put it in, uh, make it obvious that you're quoting, and then reference that as well, cite and reference it appropriately. It wouldn't matter what reference style you use, as long as you do that consistently with how you've cited throughout the document. But there's no specific citation style, referencing style that would allow you or make you more able to copy someone else's work. Like, that's, again, pardon my French, that's bullshit.
But the person that you're obviously talking about, yeah, I don't think ever said that though. You know what I'm saying? I don't, they're not talking about copying.
That is what came across, and Brent just said it as well. So that is what could have been interpreted from what the person was saying. I would hope that that is not exactly the sentiments that they were sharing, but Brent is not wrong in interpreting that from what was said.
What did you say, Brent?
I don't know why my name's here. Wait, what did I say?
About the different
So
guidelines.
essentially that that my sort of stance was opposed by somebody saying that depending on like the style that you use, you can sort of get away with
Mm,
copying more work. I mean, I can go back and listen to it again and then tell you what you said word for word, but that was the sentiment.
okay, I don't know if it is. I was saying that the person who opposed you was there suggesting that it was a different criteria being used for. I don't.
Mm,
I don't think I was saying that,
Mm.
because if that was,
okay,
I
okay.
apologize. That was not my intent.
Mm-hmm.
I was just that could be
Oh,
that could have
hey,
been a separate point, because I said that I also heard that there were different
yeah.
criterias.
Yeah.
It could be, and I want to know. Then maybe I might be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to bring the question here.
Could
Yeah.
this potentially fall into that?
Precisely. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, and,
Maybe.
and again, I don't think they would. In fact, I'm pretty sure they weren't saying, "Oh, you know,
I hope. I
yeah,
hope.
no, I don't think they were being liberal like that." I think it was just more so saying, bear in mind, you might be privy to one particular style of citing other people's work in it, but there's different guidelines. Hence, giving the example of the Harvard one and this one, you know what I'm saying, and saying there's different
Yeah,
ways to
no,
do
that's
particular things.
that's the miscommunication. That is along the lines of what was said, and that doesn't make sense. Like, if your site, like how you reference, how you cite is,
Mhm,
let's say for example, Eman's written something,
mhm,
and I am using like the Harvard referencing style.
mhm,
That's fine.
mhm,
Um, I would still have to take your idea and make it my own words, or combine it with other research that is along the same lines, and then make it my own words and then cite them all appropriately. I wouldn't be able to use Harvard or use a different referencing style to now be able to copy more of your work to
mhm.
pass or be within certain guidelines, if that makes sense. So that's just why I was going to say that yeah, don't tread those waters, don't play those games, because it doesn't end well for our folk, unfortunately.
Mm. All right. Well, Izzy asked a question. I heard this, but can Isaac explain why he thinks the organizations cleared this then?
Um, I think that there might have been biases at play. It's exceptionally embarrassing for an academic institution to stamp their approval, especially at the doctoral level, of somebody's academic prowess, and for them to have cheated, and then for them to have not done their due diligence in catching them.
Mm.
So it's an embarrassment on the institution. So they essentially, yeah, it's in their interest to say it might be true that from their point of view that there isn't enough evidence to say plagiarism, and I hope that's the case. I hope that's what they find in their opinions. But of course, that's why I said it's subjective, because Brent, you've looked through, Iman, maybe you've looked through, you're being presented with the evidence now. You'll make your own thoughts and opinions, and I would love to hear, based off the back of that, how or what you now think in response to that question. Like, if this little amount of work that it takes to actually compare the theses, just to even see if there's any evidence, how can they say that, or how can people, academics as well, who are who are backing Jason, say that the claims are unfounded? That's disingenuous.
Mm.
All right, couple comments. Don't go nowhere, please.
No worries.
Selena Jacques King or Jacques King.
Mm.
I may not be able to reply as I'm waiting for a call. In Harvard referencing, you can take whole paragraphs as long as you reference correctly. Check, cite them right or others for guides. Cool, cool, cool. Jill and Gist. Temi. She has a show on the Pulse if
Come
you
on.
want to find her. All right. Blacklisted Book Club.
Figure it out.
Yep. In that example that was just showed, he didn't need to cite her because he wrote it as if it was his own sentiment. I think that's the problem.
Mm.
Yes, this is the problem that's at hand. This is exactly the problem that's at hand.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
I hope again, this is the ask questions, be encouraged, let's be guided, ask questions, right? If you're not entirely sure, then that's the line you should go down. Like, don't make bold statements like that. And that's not just to that person, that's to anybody who may not necessarily be in academia, because yeah, you don't have the first-hand experience, fair enough. But if you are in academia, I'm very scared, because along the lines of what the comments that Iman was reading, to do with like how this has damaged or will go on to damage the perception of Black academics in academia, I fear that a lot more people are going to get their cards pulled based on how they're backing Jason from an academic point of view. If you're presented this work neutrally, without the names, without the whole political standpoint, you would at least flag these issues. You might not call it plagiarism for whatever reason, it's up to you, but you'd say that it is very, very unlikely that two different people from two different backgrounds can read all the same sources and write them down in exactly the same way, or as Brent put it, maybe 85% the same way, depending on what sections you're looking at. It's not going to happen.
Why Saint says people who aren't PhDs in the chat trying to act like they know how the citations work, and then follows it up with, well, Priz then says, I don't think you need to be a PhD holder to understand referencing. And why Saint says it's best if you can pull up other PhDs' work and have the same level of scrutiny to show us what Jason done wrong. Then Jinin just then says, yeah, I understand, but that is why it wouldn't be picked up. I'm not saying it's right. Also, I'm actually reading both papers, not using AI. Isaac, letting Andrew on the stage, right? Isaac, in the background of that website that you sent, I'm sure there's AI at work, right?
I'd assume so, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, good luck, Gin. Just good luck with doing that. I mean, it's
Yeah, all the best.
400 pages long, right?
Yeah, fair long still.
You're supposed to be anyway. Anyway, good morning, Andrew. How art thou?
Hello.
Morning,
Morning,
morning.
good morning.
Clearly, sorry, I'm in my car, so I have to make sure I'm recording.
He's got a hat on in his car.
What's wrong with hands free? Don't worry, hands free.
Right.
This is 2026, man.
Come on, come on.
Am I good?
Yeah, yeah,
Am
yeah.
I good?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so I do feel like we're covering old ground that we covered yesterday again here.
Mm.
That nothing has changed. I do appreciate that Isaac has gone over this paper and he's in academia, as he says. But I think, like I stressed yesterday, the people who have marked Dr. Arday's work are also in academia, but they're also actually trained supervisors who mark PhDs. I don't know if Isaac does that, but that he doesn't do that yet since he's still a PhD candidate. So once again, I think first of all, there's a little bit of a discussion here, but in regards to I just haven't, I don't want to say respect, but it's kind of like it sounds condescending when he's saying, oh, well, I don't think they've seen this and that. It's like, respectfully, dude, you don't do this. Yeah. You're a student. You're not someone who marks these papers. So I'm going to give the full backstory so that everybody understands exactly how this went down. 2023, I believe, I think, is when he was given his PhD. Now, immediately, no,
Wait, who?
no, sorry, not when he was
Who's
given his
this?
PhD. That's when he got the job. That's when he got the job. Sorry, that's when he got the job. The job, sorry, not when he got his PhD. That's when he got the job.
Yeah,
Let me
2016 is
yeah?
when he got his PhD.
The 2023 is got the job. Yeah. 2023 is when he got the job. Sorry, let me clarify. Immediately, as soon as he got the job, there were, I think it was 3 people who raised questions about his PhD. Now, all 3 of these professors are racists. Yeah, one of them we know, Nathan Koffness, but there's 2 others who had a massive issue with the fact that the youngest youngest professor in Cambridge was a black person. Now, when they submitted their problems, the initial response they got was the one that they should have got, which was that, it's in a journal, go through the peer review process. We don't understand why you're trying to kind of like take this backdoor process to get this, to get this guy's work refuted. The journal itself were the first people to throw this out and to cite racism. The journal. So a journal doesn't have an agenda to protect someone's work. So you can't say, oh, it's embarrassing, this, that, and the other. A journal's job is to remove work once criticisms are raised regarding, like, if too many criticisms come regarding peer review. But the process of peer review is that we have an iterative approach towards a better study in the end. So often what's first published will get enhanced and get updated as a result of peer review. The journal threw out these claims of plagiarism. They looked at them and said, no, I'm sorry, we don't think it's plagiarism. Following the journal throwing it out, Cambridge had a body that looked at it, also threw it out. Following that, Liverpool LMJ University also threw it out, yeah, because they looked at it and they said, sorry, there's no plagiarism here. And then following that, there was an independent body of reviewers, PhDs, including Dr. Kane Andrews, who looked at this. And they also said this does not constitute plagiarism. The arguments about whether or not it was good or poor scholarship, that is the debate that had to be had. And it has been stated it was poor scholarship. And the poor scholarship was phrased as being the way in which his reference was poor. Changing reference and techniques can make it incredibly confusing. And that's one of the things that he got pulled up on. But that was not his fault because his paper was in draft form. And his supervisor shouldn't have passed that as his final PhD. His supervisor should have gone back to him and said, hey, fix this, fix this, fix this. He never got the opportunity to do that because he had poor supervision. And as a result, his PhD got passed when it was still in draft form. None of this constitutes any wrongdoing on his part as a PhD candidate, as a student. So this claim that he's kind of like, oh, he's plagiarized. It's clear as day. People in academia who aren't shouldn't be opining on this matter. I'm sorry, you're just wrong on this matter. It's been the review has been done. It's been literally looked at all levels by several different bodies, and they've all said it's not plagiarism. So we can keep going back and forth having this argument, but at the moment it's just your opinion against people who frankly are more educated than this matter.
Okay. Are you done?
I think you can talk now.
Yeah.
Okay. My main rebuttal is yes, it is an opinion, and yes, people are allowed to look into it. I have no vested power to assign guilt in the form of plagiarism, nor does anybody who is on this live right now who Brent is showing the evidence or credence of any such plagiarism claim. So what's the issue with people just seeing why there might be a claim?
I think the issue is more with the claims that you're making alongside that. I've got no issue with the fact that you've opined that I think it's plagiarism, and I think that's absolutely fine. You're clearly a very intelligent and educated person, so I'm not going to say that you have no right to do that. But the bottom line is you've also substantiated that by making claims of an agenda to protect him because of X.
Okay, well, I've lost him there. But
yesterday you
essentially
go ahead. Yesterday you estimated that maybe they hadn't even picked it up. You know, maybe they haven't read the second paper. I was like, dude, come on, respectfully, come on.
Wait,
all of
read
this
the
stuff.
second paper?
No,
what are you talking
paper
about?
that he's the paper that he's being accused of copying. Yeah, you kind of like made the you kind of like assertion that maybe they haven't done the comparison. Maybe they just read his paper in isolation.
Yeah, and do you know why I said that?
Andrew, your connection's not good, man.
But he's driving.
Yeah, we'll take it as a rhetorical.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was said because I had only heard Dr. Kehinde Andrews reading the paper from you, and you only stated that he read the paper. So if this is my first instance of hearing this, and this is how you've communicated it, I'm going to take the information that you said and go with that. You later came and highlighted that, what you meant in saying that he read is that he compared it. But again, when we're having conversations like this, it's necessary to be detailed, right? And say what you mean, or say how.
But it's a question. I was just gonna say it's a discussion about plagiarism. So
yes.
I just think it's slightly condescending to assume that someone has a PhD, a supervisor has read his paper and asserted he hasn't plagiarized without reading the second paper. That goes without saying. That's like saying, a police officer turned up and said that he hadn't did the crime, but he didn't go to the crime scene.
Did you hear what I said there?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, did you hear what I said though? I took what you mean, or I interpreted word for word what you said. If you wanted to communicate that a comparison had been made, you should do that. And in the future, especially when we're having conversations of this nature, it's very important to be detailed and say what you mean or as you intend for it to be taken. Otherwise, mistakes can be made.
I think that's splitting hairs.
That's fine.
I think that as someone who's in academia, I think that goes without saying. So I think that's you literally splitting hairs now in order to save face. So I'm not going to accept that one.
Particularly.
I shouldn't have to explain to you that someone has asserted that it's not, someone who's senior has asserted it's not plagiarism, for you to say, you said they read the paper, you didn't say how can they assert it's not plagiarism without reading the alleged plagiarized paper? That to me, this is a silly conversation at that point.
That's fine. That's fine. And you can perceive it that way. You're allowed to perceive it that way. But this is why I made my comment that I wasn't sure whether a comparison was made, and then you came and added more to your earlier comment that, a comparison was made. So now we can go off of that, if that makes sense. So again, if you expect the subtext of what you're saying to be read, don't do that. Just say what you mean. But we don't need to split hairs in this regard.
Okay, but
That being said, that being said,
sorry, Aman and
I
Brent, really
think.
quickly. Aman and
Go
Brent,
ahead.
really quickly.
Mm.
Aman and Brent, would do you, based on me saying that someone else, a third party, has looked at the paper who is
Yeah.
qualified to do so and asserted that it's not plagiarism.
Mhm.
Would
Yeah.
you need me to? Listen, I'm asking Aman and Brent here. Would you need me to explain to you that he's also read the alleged paper in question, or would you read between the lines that that's been the case? I just want to know on your opinion.
Yeah, of course. I would think that obviously he compared it too.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I wanted
also
to know.
would believe that he had read it, but this is why I'm questioning everything. If he had read it and come to this conclusion, why am I reading this and coming to a different conclusion?
Mm.
Obviously, I'm not qualified. I don't look at these papers and this. That's not my role at all, and I'm not intelligent enough to do that, right?
Mm.
But this seems like night and day for me. You
Mm.
understand? That's
Well,
why
I
my
don't think
question's here.
the intelligence card is like particularly required. You're, especially as somebody to some extent who might be affected by this news, you're allowed to look into it yourself with whatever experience you have, and you're allowed to make your opinions. If Dr. Kehinde Andrews looked into it, compared it exactly the same way, saw exactly what you've seen, Brent, and has made the stance that, oh, this isn't plagiarism, then Dr. Kehinde is completely entitled to that thought, just as
not
those academics
not
that
just
have looked into this, that have, excuse me,
not just
just
Dr.
as
K.
those academics, you see, I allowed you to talk. It'd be nice if I could be allowed the same. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Um, it'd be if there are other academics of equal standing, maybe racist, maybe not. If they've looked into it and found that there's credence for this claim, then as somebody who wants to be vindicated in your stance, and as I've said, as I've highlighted, I looked into this because I wanted to be vindicated in my initial stance to defend Jason Arday from an academic point of view, and I could not find such vindication in my opinion.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I
If
appreciate,
if
and
you're
I'm not. To be clear, I am not arguing against your opinion. I think your opinion is sound. I think it's well. I think it's well regarded. I think you've gone through. You've done the work. You're not a grifter or someone who's just out here claiming that you know something that you don't know. So that's not what. The only thing that I'm coming to refute here is you're adding things to it, and you're making claims about how voracious other people have been. And that's what I don't like. What you're doing, you've done that on
okay,
multiple
do you
occasions
think,
now, and
have you been like,
that's where we gotta depart. Because I'm like,
no,
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 I've
that's
it's not.
fine, but I
Let
think
me
you're
finish.
missing the
It's not just.
neutrality at
Let me
point.
finish.
I
Let me
think,
finish my point.
go ahead.
That's
It's
true.
not
That's
just
true.
Dr. Kane Andrews.
That's true.
It's not just Dr. Kane Andrews, and you keep trying
Mm,
to euphemize it to that. It's Dr. Kane Andrews. It's a body of PhDs. It's the journal he was published
mm.
in, who were the first to throw out the claims, and they have no agenda. And it's Cambridge University. This is
Okay. Do you know
multiple.
that?
This
Okay.
is
Do you know that? So
all people
Jason's had
involved.
plagiarism accusations in his thesis, but also works published since his PhD. And I've only looked at his thesis, and I stopped at his thesis because once I saw, in my opinion, what I saw, I was not going to investigate further because I was scared at what I would see. Right.
Okay.
Again, as I've stated, that is my opinion. As I've stated, I am biased. I did not want that to be the case. I do not want that to be the case. And in the videos that I've done, and when I initially chimed in on the topic on this platform, I was very neutral in my stance, and I have remained neutral in expressing my bias or communicating my bias, but presenting the means at which somebody can investigate for themselves, whatever their capacity is, and decide for themselves whether they believe there's any credence. Nobody on this platform, nobody in this Discord call has any power to assign guilt to Jason or to call him or to assign innocence. Liverpool John Moores
See, this is
University
what
as it stands. Liverpool John Moores University as it stands continue to back him. Cambridge have an ongoing investigation. We'll see what happens. I hope he's cleared on all accounts and he's reinstated and he
he
continues
has been
happy
cleared.
days.
But this is my point. He has been cleared. So what you're doing. So see, this is the thing. This is where we keep diverging here.
Mm.
I don't mind your opinion, but you keep
What's
trying to
Cambridge
change.
investigating?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
What's Cambridge
Let me finish.
investigating?
You
Let
keep
him
No, no, you
finish.
said
trying.
he's been cleared. What's
Wait,
Cambridge
let him
investigating?
finish his thought, and then you can ask that question after.
You keep
Go.
changing the narrative to suit your position, and you're doing it
Mm,
in a way that I think is quite disingenuous. Okay,
mm,
because he has been cleared. He has been
mm.
cleared. The first people to clear him were the journal. So that's it. Case closed. Case opened again. LMJU
Wait, you're
cleared.
referring to the
Case closed.
journal.
Yes,
We're talking about the
that published it.
thesis. Do you
Yes,
understand what we're talking about?
yes.
So Jason has published work since his PhD. I don't know if I need to speak a different language. I can speak Tree if you're Ghanaian. Maybe this will help.
Well, you
Jason
can't
has
be cheeky now.
published work post PhD, which has had plagiarism accusations.
That's a
This is
different.
what has been cleared or has been addressed by journals. Okay, is that clear? Do you understand that? His thesis at hand, there's now conflict in academia as to whether the the evidence in there constitutes the plagiarism. Liverpool John Moores University, as we are all aware, have cleared him. Whether that remains the case, we hope it is the case. Cambridge were in support of him. They have since changed their stance. So as you can see,
They haven't
academic
changed that.
institutions can change their stance.
They
So
haven't.
we hope that could be the case, right? Cambridge are
Everybody.
investigating. They previously backed him. They were biased behind him. Now they're investigating any evidence of academic misconduct, and we'll see what the outcome of the investigation is.
So even the language you're using is not correct language. You're saying they backed him. No, they looked into the. So back, that's quite emotive language. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not being neutral, and you're being. I think you're being quite disingenuous. And I'm also going to ignore the Ghanaian comments. A, because I'm Nigerian, and B,
Mm.
because you're just trying to be cheeky there. And there's no need to
Oh,
do that.
not at all,
Okay.
because I'm speaking
You
quite
absolutely were.
clearly,
No,
and
you were being
especially as
cheeky.
somebody
No, you're
who's
being right. You're being
communicating
fresh.
like a lack of
You
understanding,
have
right,
to
in
let him
terms of
finish.
how
You're being fresh.
academia,
Isaac, you have to let
You're
him
as
being
finish.
somebody who
Isaac,
is
fresh. Check
Isaac,
communicating,
yourself,
yeah,
Isaac.
Isaac.
You're being fresh. You're being fresh. Check yourself, okay? Because we're not talking on that level. So just check yourself.
okay,
Cool. All right. So
okay,
the point that I was making was you were saying
mm,
that there's been additional claims being made about what's been published in journals, in papers. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. His initial paper was also published in a journal. Okay, his PhD thesis, and that was cleared by that journal.
Do you
Additional
believe
papers,
his
I
whole
don't, I
PhD
don't know.
thesis was
I don't
submitted in
know.
a journal? Okay, there is like a certain level of academic understanding that you need to have to be able to entertain or engage in this conversation, right? And you're demonstrating that you don't have that. And it's okay to say you don't know. It's okay to be polarized. It's okay to maintain your stance. There's nothing wrong with that, and I respect that. But the coming to like joust, as it were, when you're not informed is what I'm confused by. And I'm trying to be patient. And yeah, I haven't slept. So I might be slipping a bit. There might be little jabs in that. I apologize if you take offense to that. That being
Well,
said, there is no reason to be so upset at people just being presented with the evidence that other groups are using to claim that Jason has plagiarized his work. That's it. That's all that's happening, right? Yesterday, nobody saw anything, right? Now we're actually seeing what the evidence might be, and people can make their own thoughts and opinions. You can see in the chat, people are excusing things that have been directly copied and pasted. Fair enough. You're entitled to make that call. Brent appears to see evidence of copying. Fair enough. Does that change what's happening? Does that change the dynamic? Does that change what Liverpool John Moore's standing? No, it doesn't. It just informs the people, and that's what we're doing. So I'm confused as to why, when that's all we're doing, that's all that's happening in these conversations, in what Brent is doing, what the keen opposition is. You're allowed to have your stance. Like that's not.
my stance is purely based on, like I said, I wasn't trying to come at you to say that
Mm,
you're not allowed to have your opinion. My stance is that you continually keep making these arguments in bad faith and also making
mm,
assertions about people who are more qualified to do the job
mm,
than you, and saying that, well, the conclusions they've come to, they must be ignorant of A, B, and C. They must not know A, B, and C. And it's like, respectfully,
mm,
you haven't found even a small body of credible people yet who have turned around and concluded plagiarism. So far, the plagiarism posse, so to speak, is the
mm.
media, the far right racist, and you. And I don't say that you're a part of that group, by the way. But that's what it is. You guys don't constitute any kind of authority anywhere. The people with authority to actually
Yeah.
rule this is plagiarism because we've looked at this and we've seen these inconsistent, and this constitutes plagiarism. All the people with the authority to do that have said
Yeah.
it's not plagiarism. And I
Yeah.
think it's arrogant to continue to argue like you know better than all of these people. It's like someone going to a court of law being proved innocent and you be like, this kind of court of public opinion that is taking place with this whole case, where it's just like, well, I have an opinion about the matter and my opinion matters more. Well, it doesn't matter more. Okay, he has been proven innocent. You can keep saying, let's wait and see the outcome. The outcome is he's been proven innocent. Like it's been looked at and it's like, this isn't plagiarism. We move on. Or you can carry on
Okay.
dwelling on it. And obviously the media can carry on dwelling on it. That's absolutely fine. And also, I'm going to withdraw what I said earlier because you were absolutely right to check me. I made a point earlier regarding the journal and I wasn't fully informed about. Okay, I'm sitting in my car now and I wasn't fully informed about that. I made an assumption. Obviously, you cannot put a full thesis inside the journal. So you're right to check me on that. And I accept that. I'll hold my correction there. Yeah, obviously, that's fine. But that doesn't dissuade from the matter that since his appointment, and I guess that's where I kind of got my wires crossed. I'm happy to put my hand up there. But since his appointment, there have been numerous racist people who have been trying to get his work removed, trying to get his PhD rescinded, trying to get him caught for X, Y, and Z. But when it's been looked at by people with authority and who don't have an agenda, who don't have any kind of like investment in making sure that this guy is cleared, they've all come through and said, sorry, this doesn't constitute plagiarism.
Okay. I can first of all, I definitely respect you being able to take back or acknowledge the sort of, you could say, misinformation that you were spreading a bit there. Again, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I hope that your conversations with me would be based on conversations you've heard that I've had on this platform, that um, Nathan Koffnas and Dave Harris and other people who were leading the flagship in terms of this witch hunt, which it is a witch hunt, are racist and have racist, um, racist ideals in wanting to take Jason down, as it were. And that's a fact. That's not something to be argued. That being said, the means that they are doing it academically, unfortunately, in my opinion, are not completely unfounded. And that's it.
That's
And
fine. I'll just say, but as it stands, the plagiarism claim is unfounded, as much as we may or
oh,
may not agree with it.
that's one thing. That's one thing I
Acknowledging
wanted
it.
to ask, if that's
Yep,
okay. You
yep.
said that, yeah, we could acknowledge these people, these racists, they're biased, right? They believe that black people, ethnic minorities are biologically inferior and don't have the capability to contribute at this level of academia, right? So we acknowledge the bias. Is that fair?
Absolutely, of course.
Okay. Could you acknowledge any bias in Liverpool John Moores University or any black academics towards Jason? Do you think they're completely impartial in their stance?
No one's completely impartial in any stance.
Okay. Do you
So
think that they would
we
have
can
any
talk about
bias?
we could talk about degrees of bias. So if I'm going to talk
Okay.
about, for instance, Dr. Kane Day Andrews, one thing about black academics, and you will know this, yeah, they're incredibly protective of their position. They know how fragile their positions are, yeah. And I know this because, like you, I've spoken to countless amounts, yeah. So they're not going to come and put their reputation on the line if they've looked at someone's paper, for instance, and it's like, this dude's plagiarized. They'll say, oh, this dude's definitely plagiarized. Okay, there's nothing, we can't defend him. They're not going to put themselves on the line. So is there a
Do you think
bias?
that's like a monolith, though?
What do you mean?
So do you think that all black academics would think that way? Because we have plenty of examples. I think Iman named some who had signed the open letter supporting Jason and have since rescinded their support, as it were, without any changes in terms of the academic misconduct, have withdrawn their support.
I'm not sure, and you have to double check this on me, but I'm not sure if any of the people who actually rescinded their support were actual academics, because there was loads of people who signed that open letter.
No, yeah, there were academics. There were plenty of academics, and unfortunately, some of them have removed their support of Jason in the open letter.
I'd have to look at that, because I missed that segment of the show. I've just literally tuned in. So
I mean, the news has been out there for a while, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fine, but I haven't consumed it. So what do you want me to do?
Yeah, so it's important to be informed in terms of like this polarizing conversation we're having. If you want to have
no, because
a specific stance, it needs to be founded. And again,
listen,
to be fair, actually, no, I'm wrong in that. It doesn't need to be founded, but when we're now having discussions and like you're being presented with information for the first time and like it's basic academia stuff, it's like I don't know what level of discussion like you want me to engage with you.
That's not basic academia. You're talking about media.
I'm talking about, for example, like the thesis thing where you're talking about a thesis.
That's fine. And I put my hand up about misspeaking regarding that, which is absolutely
and they're equal levels of like misinformation and what you're saying. If that makes sense.
But you've also said things that are very misinformed as well, which I've had to correct. So like, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
No, like what, please?
What you said, that's misinformation.
Yeah, what did I say that was misinformation, please?
Okay, so you said that people didn't read. There's a possibility that people didn't read the paper before making the plagiarism claim. There's a possibility that they're misinformed.
Brent, did I say that?
You made the argument. If you carry on listening to these, you made the argument that once again, even after I corrected you about 4 or 5 times, that Dr. Kane there, Andrews, is the only one, or you at least insinuated that he was the only one who's showing support. It's like you are saying.
Did I say that?
It's misinformation. You're saying things that are misinformation. You are literally saying things that are misinformation. You are. That's why I called in. I'm kind of like, we had this talk yesterday, and then you're also insinuating that he hasn't been proven innocent. It's like, no, he has been proven innocent on several occasions.
I've said that Jason wasn't proven innocent.
Yes, you said we'll have to wait until he's proven innocent. We can opine on both sides.
Yes, with the Cambridge stance.
No, but you didn't say.
Are Cambridge currently investigating Jason Arday for academic misconduct?
You said it in general.
Are Cambridge currently investigating Jason Arday for academic misconduct?
You said it in general.
Is that an answer to the question?
No, the good thing is that
the
good thing is that I've caused you to change your position on that matter, because you said it in general and now you're making it specific to Cambridge. If you had done that initially, then I wouldn't have had a reason to call in. Yeah, so this is like I said, 6 of one, half a dozen.
And that is the conversation that we were having at hand. That is the context of the conversation that we were having.
Is that a question or a statement?
No, that's a statement. That is the context of the conversation that we were having.
All right, is it possible? Is it possible for me to just introduce a new panelist? Chat with Nat. Good morning. How are you?
Morning. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored. What are we saying?
No, I won't take long. Guys, I don't know. I just feel like. Hi, Eddie.
No one can hear.
I think there's kind of I don't know that there's something about this conversation that I'm not enjoying, and that feels kind of prickly, and it kind of feels like because I'm trying to understand the back and forth. I think especially from Isaac. Forgive me, but you do sound very condescending, and you're not. I don't know. There's just something. It kind of reminds me of academia and just the way that sometimes the conversation can be condescending, and it's like, well, you don't know this, you don't know that. Because I'm thinking like what's the argument here? Like, are we just speaking to like hear our voices? Because I don't know. It just sounds very yeah. I just did. I'll just stop there. I'll just.
This is what you came on to say, yeah?
Yeah, no,
All right,
I really
Isaac,
didn't
go
like it
on.
because Isaac wouldn't let anyone like he wouldn't keep quiet. Like I'm just like, okay, you've made your
This
submission,
is
it's
unfair.
fine,
This
we've
is
heard
unfair.
you.
This is unfair. This is unfair. What do
Okay,
you mean he couldn't keep
No,
maybe
quiet?
let her
it
talk.
is,
Let her
maybe
talk.
it
Let her
is.
talk. Let her talk. Let her talk. Was
Yeah,
that
I think
everything?
that yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna leave the stage because I don't really want to
No, you
do a
can't
back
do
and
that.
forth.
You
No,
can't do
No,
that.
she's
I
allowed to do
can.
that.
You mean
I
She's allowed to do
can
that.
because
No, she's allowed to do that.
I just felt like there was a kind of like, okay, you're not an academic, you don't know this, you don't know
Ooh.
that. And I'm just trying to and obviously the points that you've brought in are fair. And I found it interesting that you haven't sort of like conceded to just the tone and the harshness and the prickliness
Yeah, he didn't
with which
apologize for
you've
being
been
rude
speaking.
to his
No,
fellow
he
academic.
didn't.
Mm.
And which is why I called in because I was just
No,
like,
that's
this
not what you
guy's
said
being
when you
so
called it.
rude. Well, I'm
I'm
explaining
not
now. I didn't
focusing your
say
point.
this why
All
I'm
right, all right, all
explaining
right, all right. You're
again.
welcome.
But I just think there's because this space is a unique space, right? And it's a space where, someone like Jason could be listening in, right? We're not saying, obviously, we're all kind of observing the facts are unfolding, but we do know that there's an underlying, like we've conceded that there's a witch hunt that's happening here. And also I wonder about the neurodivergency of it all and just the way with which people do things. And I just think there's a sort of unfairness that's happening here. And I would expect this space to kind of handle things with a little bit more care,
You see?
I guess. And
Coming for us.
maybe I
Coming for us.
I'm
Yeah,
biased,
Wake up, Emmanuel. Wake
maybe.
up.
Okay,
Go on that.
that's it. Apologies that I've gone on and on, but
No,
that's
no,
really what
no,
I
no.
wanted to
Continue,
say.
continue.
No, that's all. That's all. I just think there's like I'm saying, this is a unique space, and I just think we need to handle things carefully. That's not to say if things are wrong, like we don't say things are wrong. Absolutely. But I just think the brushness of it all, the prickliness of it all. Oh my goodness, what are we doing?
She's trying to muzzle us, bro.
Mm.
Yeah. She's trying to muzzle us.
I hear it. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Nat.
I appreciate you so greatly. Isaac, what would you like to say?
Now, firstly, Nat, don't apologize for sharing your opinion. You're entitled to that. Yeah, I mean the nature of the conversation is very polarizing, regardless. I do happen to be vested or have vested interest when people turn off this show, when people put down their phones. This is my life. This news, what's going on directly affects me, and I will speak in that manner. And I mean, if that is interpreted as being what was the word that she used? I don't want to misquote her.
You were rude to our resident historian, and you didn't apologize. And it was needless rudeness, by the way.
Rude in what, the language thing?
I know the Ghanaian thing, which is the language
Oh yeah,
thing,
the
right?
Ghanaian thing. Yeah. No, to be fair, King's Bonner, did I not acknowledge that? Did I not apologize that?
Did you say
Or
sorry,
did I?
or
You
you
didn't
said
apologize.
acknowledge it?
You didn't apologize, but it's fine. You did. We talked about it. I've spoken to ruder people. You did give me the impression that you're just like that in general, so I don't really care. To be honest with you, can I ask a
Okay,
question
fair,
though?
fair enough.
How many videos have you made on this topic? Because you have alluded to the fact that you've got a TikTok and you make videos. Have you made a lot
Yeah,
of videos?
so only two, and I was conflicted with making a third, but as far as the engagement that I've gotten in terms of the comments and the you could say the racists or people looking to see Jason's downfall just grinning.
They love it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be making any more videos on the topic in regards to the plagiarism.
Okay. Just wanted to check because there are some people who kind of like to pretend that they're about the cause, but in the end they like to field they like to rage bait and kind of field views, rage farm. So I just want to make sure that's that you weren't ticking those boxes. You conduct yourself with a degree of arrogance, but you said you were tired, so it's fine.
No, it's
Also,
fair. I think
just to be clear as well, I just looked into the Cambridge thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And they are investigating his appointment. So they're
Yeah.
investigating the appointment process as opposed to his PhD.
Okay. And do you think that it could be possible that in the appointment process and all the accolades that he would have gathered to be appointed in that position, that would be possibly investigated as well?
Well, possibly, and they are investigating are two different things. That's another example of misspeaking. Okay, so
Hmm.
they're not investigating his PhD, which is what you stated. They're not
Okay.
investigating
No,
him.
that's
They're
not what I said.
investigating that is what
If
you
I'm
said.
going to be quoted, let's quote me
You
correctly.
okay?
I
What
said
did you say then?
academic. I said academic misconduct. That's what he's being looked into for.
Okay, but he's not being looked into for that. He's being
That is what
they're
he's being
actually
looked into for.
no, they're investigating the process of his appointment. That's
It's
what they're
semantics.
investigating.
That is what he's being looked into for.
They're investigating the process of his appointment to make sure that due process was followed when he was appointed. It's not a case of academic misconduct on his part that might
Okay.
formulate a part of the investigation. You made it
Mm.
sound like that's what the purpose of the investigation was. So I'm just clarifying that that is not the purpose of the
Okay.
investigation. This
So
is
what
about
has happened?
my entire calling in was just to
Mm,
clarify some of the rhetoric that you
mm,
were using, which was
mm.
very much just mirrors what the media is using, which is kind of like respectfully, it's kind of like lazy soundbite talking points, and it's not actually what's taken place. What we need to do, if you keep saying you wanted him to be innocent so bad, what we need to do as the black community is we need to be double checking everything that is being claimed, everything that's being said, and seeing whether or not there's truth in everything that's being claimed. Because right now, the entire this entire debacle has played out in the media. None of this is played out in any kind of proper investigation body. This is not an inquest. This isn't any of those. This is literally the media got a hard on to take down this young, very successful black man. And I'm not saying he's faultless. And I'm not saying that you're wrong in your opinion that he's plagiarized. I've made that very clear. But I'm saying let's actually take the hard data. Let's take the primary and secondary evidence that exists and let's actually draw proper conclusions from that and not just parrot the media because that's the easiest thing to do.
Again, fair, well said. What do you think is going on here right now in terms of what Brent is doing?
I've got no issue with what Brent's doing. It's amazing.
Love you too, bro.
We don't.
Fantastic.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the both of you all. Obviously, this case is ongoing, so we will be following it, covering it as we go
Mhm.
along. Thank you for taking the time whilst driving to have this back and forth with Isaac, Andrew, and thank you, Isaac, for apologizing earlier. That was quitey big, quitey big of you. Appreciate it. But obviously you're gonna be right here with us as we continue. Obviously, you still have a point to prove, and we will see what happens as things go on. Thank you very much, Nat, for your contribution. It was great, and thank you for dusting off the stage. Also, got anything to say, Emmanuel?
Not really, man.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it, really. Just have to wait for more information
Yeah.
from bodies that are investigating certain things and
Yes.
that nature.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say something? I never said this before. Can I just jump in with a very quick point?
Yes, please do.
Riley at Cambridge University.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, historian plagiarized 12 pages
Yeah.
from his
So
student.
he's a historian, just like I just said. He's plagiarized 12 pages from a student, Cambridge University professor, and this is egregious. What makes it egregious is he actually copied a student's work, two students actually copied their work and then passed it off to a journal as his own work. He didn't get fired. Not only did he not get fired from his position, you'll notice that you've probably never heard of him because the media didn't really care. Now, I'm going to be highlighting that story as a very kind of like an almost ideal case study of the differences between the way black people in positions and white people in positions are treated, because this is a far bigger scandal than the Jason Arday scandal. Jason Arday's crime, in inverted commas, which has no victims, versus this guy's crime, which is literally fraud, theft, taking the hard work of his students and profiting from it, be it academically or actually, directly, irrespective. But the point is that this was a horrible thing to do, and yet no one knows his name. And I think actually a really nice counter to this would be for us to start making, because this happened in 2024. Why don't we start making a big deal about this guy? And actually, every time Dr. Arday is brought up, we bring up William O'Reilly and we, plaster his face. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing my drag job. I'm going to drag William O'Reilly as much as possible, and hopefully people will start picking that up.
I hear it.
Okay.
I hear it.
Everybody tune into that stream this evening and throw tomatoes when you get the cue. Come on.
Yes.
Have you got something?
Yeah, so I'm seeing an article here, The Guardian. They put out an article, when was this? This was last week. So this is basically talking about the whole investigation thing, innit? So Cambridge, where is it? Yeah, so Professor Jason Arday is to face investigation by the university after it said it received new information about his qualifications and career. Cambridge initially defended Arday, the youngest black professor appointed in the university's history, with a compelling life story of educational disadvantage, as the victim of a vile campaign. So this is what Cambridge was saying, yeah? But as questions mounted over Arday's own claims, the university's leaders felt that Cambridge's reputation was in danger. And so, The Guardian published its own investigation uncovering discrepancies in Arday's public accounts involving prodigious fundraising feats, as well as claims that he had been targeted by knife-wielding masked intruders. Arday first faced allegations that he plagiarized parts of his PhD thesis and other academic research late last year, and has rejected those claims. Investigation was done by Liverpool John Moores, which awarded his PhD back in 2015. Did not uphold the charges of plagiarism, but said that they were probably caused by honest and reasonable error. Right? Arday has obviously denied the plagiarism, and he spoke to The Guardian last week. And he basically said there's been multiple thorough investigations across several institutions as a result of the allegations and immense scrutiny, including with an academic misconduct panel, who concluded that there was no plagiarism or academic misconduct. The statement from the university on Wednesday evening, though, this is the University of Cambridge, they said the University of Cambridge has begun an investigation following new information about Professor Arday's academic qualifications and honorary appointments. In order to ensure a fair process, we will not comment further until this has concluded. Separately, there remains a number of ongoing complaints regarding academic misconduct, which are being handled in line with our misconduct in research policy. This is consistent with our previous statement on the matter. While we are fully aware of the public commentary and concerns around this matter, it remains vital that any process is thorough and adheres to both university policies and employment law. We also fully recognize that there is a person at the center of the situation, and we continue to provide support to him. And that's basically it, man. That's the gist of it.
All right. Like I said, we will be covering this.
Yes.
But we will not take our eyes off the racism.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. But yeah. All right. Is there anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. I think that's it,
All right, then. Thank you very much for the Discord panelists, and we appreciate you greatly. Remember, everybody, tune in to King's Monologues YouTube live stream later on, and have your basket of tomatoes ready, or tomatoes. Tomato. Yes.
You don't have to do that. I won't plug in, seriously. I just want I wanted to raise the Willis O'Reilly.
All right. Any sports news?
One second, people.
I think we have an event tomorrow in here with the WAFCON.
Yes, pick up the WAFCON.
Sports Corner. If it is you want to get a ticket to that, jump on Eventbrite, I believe under Sports Corner. You should be able to get that popping.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, tomorrow's going to be a long day for me, man. Ah, da, 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 da.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. I'm gonna have a chat with Nat afterwards.
Yes,
I'll have a chat with Nat. Oh, that's a show. Chat with Nat. Oh,
indeed.
Nat in the nose.
1 second, people. There was some boxing as well, but I want to get up for you people. When there's a lot of talk about certain fights that's going on. I think I mentioned before that what's his name? Ryan Garcia said he's not going to fight Devin Haney. Yeah, until they admit to tampering.
Yeah, I
with
remember
his
you
stuff.
telling me that.
Yeah, but Rolly's going to be fighting Teofimo Lopez. That's going to be a good fight. Clarissa Shields, she's going to be fighting on the weekend against Kay Scott. We know how that's going to go.
Apparently, she has 2 more fights in her before she looks to have a child or tries to have a child with.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, it is good.
Big her up, big her up. Itama's going to be fighting at the end of the month. He's going to be fighting against Hergovich. That's the big fight that obviously everyone's looking forward to. That's going to be at O2, at the O2 Arena. It's going to be at the Zone as well. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the days. Because that might be something that we have to do here, you know what I'm saying? That'd be sick.
Yep.
Big fight. It's for the actual IBF heavyweight title of the world.
Of the world.
Of the world. So he'll be one of the youngest UK British heavyweight champions ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a serious fight. But again, Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn, all that's coming in September. So we'll talk about that closer to the time. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, Ed spoke about Zapata. I think I mentioned about Zapata versus Roach. Did I not? I can't remember. But yeah, Zapata beat Roach on points. It was a one-sided fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Roach, good fight. Yeah, I think I did speak about it. He drew with Tank a couple of years ago now, I think. Or last year, something like that. Doing well. But obviously, I believe he drew against Isaac Cruz as well. But yeah, he went a step further. He was also the champion. Went a step further, fought against Zapata. But Zapata, I think he was just anticipating Zapata being his normal Zapata self. Just coming forward, pure pressure. But Zapata, put in a really good shift, man. Skill set was on point. Yeah, it seemed like he learned a lot after getting beat by Shakur Stevenson. He knew he had to come different. And that's exactly what he did, and totally dominated Roach. Totally dominated him, so... But it is what it is, man. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. Guys, that's it.
I wonder if it is that we have a couple other people in the community who are boxing enthusiasts like yourself that could sit around the table in the second room, and anytime we have a bout like this, just do a one-off episode, talk about this, that, and the next, get the juices flowing. That leads into like a watch-along. Do you understand? Not on the same day, mind you, but just just get people up, get people excited, and then each time we have that, each time come in, boom, just have that type of show. So if anybody's interested in that, right? Obviously, you'll have to vet them.
I've already got one person already.
Serious?
Yeah, I think remember I told you about it.
Let's make this happen.
Yeah,
I'll tell you after why.
Okay, cool.
But let's make this happen. I think it will be an exciting new show for the program.
Dope.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. I love the chat, man. I love the commentary. I'm not sitting here bored at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading the chat, I'm thinking this is quite good. I think they appreciate these two powerful, intelligent men just going back and forth. They're just talking. They're just talking. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's healthy stuff.
As always. Yes.
Shout out the doctors in the future.
Come on.
I'm telling you, I live in the future, so I know both of them are doctors.
Come on.
I know both of them are doctors.
Come on.
Yeah, because I think Andrew's gonna be coming on platforms in the future with Isaac, and he has a little title in front of him, and have Isaac say, "Hey, look at my title." He said, "Look at my title, bro. I've done that. Done that. Yeah. Speak to me nicely. Speak to me nicely. I don't think it will stop anything though." And fair point. Yeah. Shout out Andrew, but 120%. Andrew's been on this particular couch, telling everybody else that they're... He's been bringing facts after facts about the sun, right? And everybody's been calling him a this, that, and next. But he's like, hey, the uneducated will be the uneducated. You understand? I know this stuff. Anyway, so half a dozen and six, you get me.
Come
half
on.
a dozen and six. But Andrew was not rude to him, as he was
To him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was very cheeky.
It was indeed.
That was very cheeky.
Uncalled for.
Uncalled for. Well, I like Andrew's response to that.
Yeah.
This is who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't care. But he said, "Watch your mouth." You said that to Isaac before. when he offered fisticuffs.
Who? Who offered it?
you didn't pay any mind because you're like, what? I'm from Pembury.
Why did you ever offer that? That's impossible. That's impossible.
He said, well, Pembury said, be guided. He said, I sit here like this, but you don't know what's in my waistband. All right, Pipe people, we see you tomorrow at 8:15.
Take care, people.
Today we were here. Again, we got a phone call. That's why it's everything. We're looking to pattern up time again. I don't know why. In fact, I do know why it is we start 8:15 as opposed to 8 o'clock. But this is what happens, yeah? When I decide to just bend over. Bend over, bend over.
Astaghfirullah.
See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Please be kind to one another, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And drink plenty water. And mind your mother effing business.
Mm-hmm.
You. Little.
Mm.